social media platforms. PSP Network, it's game day.
When facing disaster, it's not just the things we lose, but the memories. But there's hope. ServPro, with decades of experience in Minot and Bismarck, is always ready. Our certified professionals don't just restore homes, they rebuild lives. Because to us, you're not just a client, you're family.
Since 2003, the architects and engineers at Ackerman Esvold have been enhancing everyday life. From response times to commute times, we've helped create critical infrastructure, enhancing highway safety, flood protection, and public education. And we're no stranger to enhancing fun, family outings, and even game time. Ackerman Esvold, working to enhance your everyday life.
Great news! If you're looking for a new vehicle, Ryan Family Dealerships has the best selection we've had in years. You'll find fantastic offers from Nissan, Honda, Chevrolet, Buick, GMC, Cadillac, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram.
Hold on! Ryan sells Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram?
Yes, we do, and we'd love to sell one to you. Visit one of our 5 convenient locations in Minot and Williston. Get your next vehicle from a name you know and trust. Ryan Family Dealerships.
Can you remember the last time you were certain that your bank had your back or would go the extra mile to give you the service and attention you need? Partnering with the right community bank can make all the difference. We like to think of a community bank as one that supports its local community. You need to know that whatever your financial future holds, your bank will be there to provide practical support. As a community bank, BNC National Bank will be there for whatever you need in the long haul. Reach out to our team today to learn more about how we're able to help you succeed. Member FDIC.
That sinking feeling you get when this happens? That's oil change anxiety. The anxiety of being without a car with a billion things to do. The fear of being overcharged. The stress of not knowing where to go or who to trust. But you never get those feelings at Valvoline Instant Oil Change, where you can watch us work right from your car, and we finish up in about 15 minutes.
We changed your oil and did our 18-point safety check.
Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Service you can see, experts you can trust.
This week's PSP Network Player Performance of the Week, powered by the Aggie Foundation and Minot State University. Congratulations to this week's nominees on Big Time Games. The votes are in, and this week's Player Performance of the Week belongs to
Palmer. He gets nasty with this, rolls out to the right, looking deep, and picked off! Interception! Beautiful.
Make sure to like and follow the PSP Network on all social media platforms. And watch for next week's PSP Network Player Performance of the Week, powered by the Aggie Foundation and Minot State University. PSP Network, it's game day.
The Aggie Foundation is a 501c3. Our mission is to really help out the communities that allow us in for charitable gaming.
We are so thankful for Aggie Foundation for giving us the $2,500.
I can't thank the Aggie Foundation enough for what they've done.
Aggie Foundation has been just a great partner for our community.
Some of these programs wouldn't be able to continue on without funding from programs like this.
We're always looking for new partners, new communities to be in. So if we can make an impact in that community, we will.
There you get a look at the sun going down in Turtle Lake, North Dakota. Man, if you want playoff implications, you have come to the right place tonight. North Dakota A-Division football on the air on the PSP network tonight. It's the Killdeer Cowboys coming across the state into the Prairie Pothole region. Central Mclean, the Cougars hosting Killdeer, both teams 7-1. And, we'll get to the bracketology here in just a second, but lots of playoff implications to get to on what has turned into a pretty dang nice night for football. It's going to be settling in at about 50 degrees. Get a little wind out of the west at about 10 to 15 miles an hour by the time we get to game time. Welcome to Turtle Lake. Todd Darmers on the call tonight. He's got Aaron Wall producing and running the cameras for us. It's our Valvoline Instant Oil Change pregame show. Timely services that don't slow you down. 15-minute oil changes. Locations in Minot and Bismarck. Find them online at VIOC.com. Killdeer Cowboys 7-1 on the season. Central Mclean 7-1 this season. Killdeer's undefeated in conference play, so they have the upper hand right now. Central Mclean's Killdeer's only loss is out of state to Malta, Montana. Central Mclean, their only loss to Dickinson Trinity. And let's just jump right in. Let's look at these 4A region standings. Region 4 A Division. There's your Killdeer Cowboys at top of the standings right now. Trinity has finished their 8 conference games. As a matter of fact, the whole slate has finished their 8 conference games, with the exception of Killdeer and Central Mclean. Trinity defeated Southern Mclean last night, and so your playoff teams are set out of Region 4. Killdeer will be the 1, 2, 3, depending on the outcome of tonight's game. Trinity will be a 1, 2, or 3, and Central Mclean would be the 1, 2, or 3. The only thing that is certain and known is that Southern Mclean will be your number 4 seed out of Region 4. There's your Trusted Tire and Auto standings, and so how does this game play out tonight? If Central Mclean defeats Killdeer tonight, obviously you'd have a 3-way tie at the top. You would have Killdeer, Trinity, and Central Mclean all at 7-1, and then we go to the point differential. So the way it works out is Central Mclean, if they win by 15 tonight, they would be your 1 seed. If Central Mclean wins and they win by less than those 15 points, 14 or less, and then you'd have Trinity as your number 1 seed. Central Mclean would be the 2. And if Killdeer wins tonight, they would be the number 1, and Trinity would be the 2, and Central Mclean would be the 3. So we'll get to much more of that as we go on. So Killdeer wins, they're the 1. Central Mclean wins by more than 15, they're the 1. Central Mclean wins tonight by less than 15, and they would be your number 2 seed. Trinity would be the 1 in that case. So I'm sure the folks in Dickinson are tuned in tonight as there's your standings for Region 4A football, brought to you tonight by Trusted Tire and Auto. All right, fans, our Valvoline Instant Oil Change pregame show rolls on. So much more to come. We'll look at the most recent sportscasters and sports writers Division A football poll. We'll talk about some of the particulars for the game tonight, and we'll get to our Northern Plains Heating and Air keys to the game. Should be a nice night for football. You get a little field in Turtle Lake surrounded by the trees. The lights are already on. And Killdeer and Central Mclean will do battle in a game dripping with playoff implications. More of our Valvoline Instant Oil Change pregame show after this timeout on the PSP Network.
So Carson, how do I become a great football player like you?
Well, practice and having a professional team to answer the call and handle anything you throw their way is also important.
Carson, thanks for teaching crew about community banking at First Western. First Western, you can bank on us.
The Jersey Mike's catering box is the easiest way to feed your friends. The hard part is picking your sub. That's why we're having a draft. With the first pick, Sarah from Carolina selects number 13, the original Italian.
You know, I trusted my gut, and that's exactly where the sub's gonna go, so.
Hold on, we've got a trade. Jake traded his second pick with me, because I'm starved. Freshly sliced subs to go, wherever you and your friends go. Jersey Mike's, a sub above.
For those who dream big, Ackerman Estvold is here with the latest tools and innovations to design smart. Our team of architects and engineers carefully plan every step of construction, making it possible to build bold. And most importantly, we know how valuable it is to give back, ensuring our communities continue to thrive for generations to come. That's Ackerman-Estfold.
There's a look as the PSP team came rolling into Turtle Lake this afternoon. You get a look at Main Street. Turtle Lake in Mclean County, founded in 1905. 2020 census had 542 people living in Turtle Lake. Of course, you got Lake Brecken nearby, the McCluskey Canal. And we couldn't be more than happy to be in Turtle Lake tonight for a 4A football game that has playoff implications. All right, we mentioned we're going to talk about some of the particular. Man, there's one of the guys that you probably know about if you follow football in this region. That's the quarterback for Central Mclean, Aiden Hansen. Man, a 3-year starter, returning second-team All-Stater as Central Mclean making the jump up from 9-man football a year ago. Hansen has just kept on producing. 1,000 yards passing on the season, 14 TDs, 7 interceptions. Yeah, throw in a state high jump champion as well for Aiden Hansen, along with a very good basketball career that young man has put together. Took his team all the way to the region championship a season ago, and the Cougars will be loaded for bear on the hard court this winter as well. But yeah, Hansen is a dual threat. He also rushes it nicely. He's got almost 70 attempts running the football and 5 touchdowns on the ground, along with those 14 TDs through the air. So yeah. That's one of the guys that is going to have his hands all over this one tonight if Central Mclean is going to be successful. Let's swing it on over and let's talk about the guy who is calling the shots for the Killdeer Cowboys tonight. And I mean, you think that the Cowboys are going to have a hard time replacing a first-team All-State quarterback from a season ago. And let's just run our all-region running back and linebacker out there, Tucker Bombach, and all of a sudden, this guy, they throw him in at QB, and what has he done? He's completed 70% of his passes on the season, folks, and he's thrown for 2,026 yards, 24 touchdowns against 5 interceptions, and then you throw in another almost 500 yards rushing and 13 touchdowns on the ground. So, yeah, I guess the experiment for head coach Andy Cook of bringing in this senior as a replacement for Cale Hansen, the first-team All-Stater from a year ago, and Bombach has just lit it up. 37 total touchdowns, and Killdeer plays offense of football like their hair is on fire. So they play with pace and with tempo, and that is their MO, and they've got a pretty good guy stirring the drink right now, their QB. There he is, Tucker Bombach. Yeah, there's a couple of high flyers tonight that we'll be talking a ton about here in Turtle Lake. All right, we mentioned that football poll, Division A, 1A, if you will. Our sportscasters and sports writers poll looks like this. The Langdon area Munich Cardinals, 8-0, undefeated. And they will take that undefeated record into the postseason. Velvet Drake Animus Garrison is number 2. These Killdeer Cowboys checking in at number 3. Edgeley Ellendale Calm at 7-1. Park River just was defeated by Langdon area a week ago, and so they're also number 5 in the poll, 7-1. And the Bodno Braves in that tough Division 3, Region 3, with Velvet Drake Animus Garrison. The Braves receiving votes in the latest poll. Again, brought to you by Sport Clips tonight, home of the MVP haircut experience. There's your Week 8 media poll. So this is it for Division A football, and for 9-man football tonight is the final night of the regular season. Next Saturday, we'll start playoff football in North Dakota. We'll get to some of those potential matchups and whatnot as you got the folks. The home team is on the far sideline tonight. Killdeer stands right in front of us, in front of the crow's nest, if you will. And there's some logic behind that because you get that predominant northwest wind here, and the fans over on that north side in that little cove of trees, they are protected, and they kind of like that north side, staying a little bit warmer than the opposition on a late October type of football game. It's senior night tonight for Central Mclean. There you can look at the Cougar huddle. Yeah, 2 good head coaches. I call them young, but you got Grant Singer in his 9th year, Andy Cook in his 7th year, and boy, these guys have had some success already in their young careers as their records speak for themselves. Coach Cook is 43-27 as an overall record in his 7th season. Grant Singer in his 9th season is 46-32. Cowboys took it all the way to the quarterfinals last year with an undefeated 10-0 record before getting upended by the Langdon area in the quarterfinals. Langdon then went to Velva in the semifinals and lost to the eventual state champion Velva Drake Animos Aggies. As there you get a look at head coach Andy Cook again in his 7th year as the head coach for the Killdeer Cowboys. All right, fans, another timeout. We'll come back and we'll dig into our keys to the game tonight. We're having a ceremonial coin flip. We'll figure out who will have the football first. Somebody going to defer tonight. The wind will be quartering the field from left to right, from our left to right tonight. The wind out of the north and the west. And so that'll be at the back of somebody, in the face of somebody going that particular direction. So more of our Valvoline and Snow Change pregame show after this timeout. Valvoline and Snow Change. Find them online at VIOC.com. 15-minute oil changes, locations in Minot and Bismarck. Stay in your car, drive through oil change. So, Central Mclean won the toss, and they will take the football. No, excuse me, Killdeer won the toss, and they will take the football first. So we'll talk about that Cowboy offense and that Turtle Lake defense when we come back. More of our pregame from Turtle Lake after this timeout on the PSP Network.
Your bank had your back or would go the extra mile to give you the service and attention you need. Partnering with the right community bank can make all the difference. We like to think of a community bank as one that supports its local community. You need to know that whatever your financial future holds, your bank will be there to provide practical support. As a community bank, BNC National Bank will be there for whatever you need in the long haul. Reach out to our team today to learn more about how we're able to help you succeed. Member FDIC.
You've worked hard, saved well, and invested wisely. Whether it's paying for a child's education, taking the family trip you've dreamed of, giving back to the community, or funding a confident retirement, we can help you reach your goals. We are passionate about helping you make smart decisions about your spending and saving so you can feel confident about the future while enjoying life today. Together, we can design a personalized plan that takes into account your short and long-term needs and wants, but is flexible enough to adjust as your life changes.
In times of loss, ServPro brings hope. With expertise in Minot and Bismarck, we don't just restore homes, we rebuild lives.
Nobody thinks about personal injury until it happens. But when injury strikes, so will your bills and the turmoil and everything you'll miss out on. It's a mess and you need someone to help it all make sense. That someone is Schweigert, Clemeen, and McBride. We know the territory and the process, and we work smart and hard to get you results. It's easier to get back to normal knowing there's a team behind you. We're the ones the other side doesn't want you to call. We're on your side. We're Schweigert, Clemeen, and McBride.
I got the Central Mclean band belting out little tunes here. Yeah, listen to that. Friday Night Football with a band from Turtle Lake. Love it. All right, fans, this is our Valvoline and Snow Change pregame show. Timeless services that don't slow you down. 15-minute oil changes, locations in Minot and Bismarck. Find them online at VIOC.com. Doesn't get you fired up. I don't know what does, man. Friday Night Lights, playoff implications, and the hometown band on a small school Friday night on the PSP Network. We mentioned those games from last night. Here was the finals from across Region 4 in Division A football. Dickinson Trinity at home took care of Southern Mclean, and that solidified Southern Mclean as the 4 seed. Dickinson Trinity still has the outside chance of being the 1, depending on the outcome of tonight's game. Bowman County went to Beulah and won 30-18, and Shiloh Christian on the road at Belfield last night. 27-14 winners, Shiloh over Hart River. There's your games from last night. As let's talk about a little bit more of this matchup tonight. As we mentioned, Killdeer 7-1 on the season, 7-0 in conference play, and this is a team that's Hey, number 3 in the poll. They're a team that scores 42 points a game, and in talking to Coach Cook and Coach Walker, they're going to try to run 70 football plays tonight. They will not huddle, and they got Bomback throwing the football for 283 yards a game. They rush for 177 yards. That's 460 yards of offense on average on a nightly basis for the Killdeer Cowboys. Central Mclean counters with an offensive attack that produces 28 points per game, and they rush for 233 a night. They throw it for 89 a night, and they have 322 yards of total offense on a nightly basis. I'm going to double check that number here because that, for some reason, doesn't sound exactly right. So let's just make sure of that.
Number 12.
Yeah, looks like it is right, as there is your numbers tonight for these two teams offensively. And we mentioned senior night. You get Aiden Hansen out there. You get Braxton Warner. Senior class includes Chris Hager, Ty McKeef, Gavin Harriseth, Jacob Wolf. Man, the story for Jacob Wolf is a heartbreaking one for me. One of our favorite kids to cover on the PSP network. And then you get Dane Hansen, the other senior out there, getting recognized tonight on senior night here in Turtle Lake for the Central Mclean Cougars. Jacob Wolf, the returning 2-time All-State football player, injured this summer in a team camp in Valley City, blew out just about every ligament in his knee, and so, yeah, a blue-collar kid that gave everything for his team. Yeah, so the Cougars have certainly been able to overcome the loss of that young man. Also, he's going to be missed on the basketball court this winter as well for Coach Joey Anderson and the Central Mclean Cougars. So, yeah, senior night here tonight. As the clock pauses momentarily, we'll take a timeout, and we will come back with our Northern Plains Heating and Air keys to the game. But first, let's show you our schedule for tonight here on the PSP Network. Doubleheader tonight after a 5-pack of football games last night across the state. Tonight, Killdeer here at Central Mclean, and a 9-man tangle as we got Towner, Granville, Upham, the Titans taking on Mohall, Lansford, Sherwood. So Cowboys and the Cougars here, and the Titans and Mohall, Lansford, Sherwood are your 2 games tonight on a Bones Barbecue Sauce Friday night football night in North Dakota. All right, we break. More of our Valvoline and Soil Change pregame show after this timeout on the PSP Network.
At any time, to anyone. It's not really something you can schedule on your calendar. But when it happens to you and it's not your fault, there's one law firm to remember. That firm is Schweigert, Clemeen, and McBride. We live here and take pride in helping our community. We know this area inside and out. We put in the work and fight for what's right so justice can prevail for you. That is what we're all about. We're on your side. We're Schweigert, Clemeen, and McBride.
Seek transformation. ServPro's construction program brings both vision and precision. From that very first hammer strike to the final touch of paint, our dedication remains unwavering. It's not just about remodeling. It's about legacy. In Minot and Bismarck, ServPro is your partner in transformation. We don't just build back. We elevate every space.
And invested wisely. Whether it's paying for a child's education, taking the family trip you've dreamed of, giving back to the community, or funding a confident retirement, we can help you reach your goals. We are passionate about helping you make smart decisions about your spending and saving so you can feel confident about the future while enjoying life today. Together, we can design a personalized plan that takes into account your short and long-term needs and wants, but is flexible enough to adjust as your life changes.
This page isn't a history book, a time gone by. But even in this modern world, there are new frontiers to conquer. Whether you're tending the land to grow a better tomorrow or growing a business for new opportunities, the work you do powers the world. Exploring the frontier means stepping forward, shaping the future for yourself and for those around you. First International Bank and Trust, helping you live first, one step at a time.
Nodak Insurance Company has been serving our state's residents in good times and challenging times. We come together for the greater good, from simple acts of kindness to company-wide efforts that make a difference in our community. It's who we are, rooted in North Dakota and ready to serve when it matters most. Nodak Insurance Company, agents with answers.
Darren Johnson, Cody Olson, and Scott Wilkins, your agents with answers in Mandan.
Every football fan has their Sunday routine. Maybe it's setting your lineup, firing up the grill, or claiming your spot on the couch. But the center of every Sunday is the drive. The morning drive home before kickoff. The drive to your buddy's watch party. Wherever you're headed, we can take you there.
There you get the fans on the grassy knoll on the far sideline. As we're at Turtle Lake tonight, single A football, Killdeer and Central Mclean with the number 1 seed for next week's playoffs from Region 4 on the line. All right, fans, time now for your Northern Plains Heating and Air keys to the game. Call Dylan today at 222-2155. That's Dylan, 222-2155. Make sure your furnace is ready for the winter months ahead. That's Northern Plains Heating and Air. And tonight's keys to the game, first off for the Killdeer Cowboys, we mentioned it. This is a high-octane team that will not huddle. They will try to run 60, 70 plays a night. And they don't huddle. Sometimes they muddle huddle. And let's take a break here from our keys of the game as we're going to jump right into our national anthem tonight here in Turtle Lake. Let's have our band play us and honor America, honor those women, men and women who serve, salute our flag and our great country here with the national anthem from Turtle Lake.
Thank you.
There you go. National anthem tonight brought to you by that Central Mclean Band. And nothing better than on a Friday night. Game time temperature 52 degrees. West wind at 14 is the conditions tonight on an overcast night in Turtle Lake. Let's jump back into those keys of the game. That high octane offense for Turtle Lake, for Killdeer, the Cowboys. Pace and tempo. High octane. Keep running plays, wear the defense down. That's what they want to do on a nice nightly basis. A team that scores 42 points a night. And for the Central Mclean Cougars, third down is going to be an important down tonight. They want to move the chains. They're a little bit more of a deliberate style. And we got a great quarterback that can run and throw. You got Gavin Harriseth toting the rock many times as carrying the football. As it's going to have to be a good third down night tonight for Central Mclean, and there's your Northern Plains Heating and Air keys to the game tonight. Call Dylan today, 222-2155. Northern Plains Heating and Air serving the capital city and south central North Dakota region. All right, let's take a look at the starting lineups. First off, for the Killdeer Cowboys, Their offensive unit will be out here first. They won the toss, and they'll take the football. Their head coach is Andy Cook, and up front the offense looks like this. Dane Jepson, a senior defensive tackle, 207 pounds. Jace Handy, a senior left guard, 227 and a senior. Hayden Thormalen is a junior center at 185. Aiden Binnick, the right guard, is a 210-pound junior. And Uriah Fair is the tight end at 189 and a junior. Actually, he's a tackle, I beg your pardon. And the wideouts, man, 4 of them. You got Tommy Schmidt, a senior at 170. You got Jackson Reese, the all-region captain, 176-pound senior. You get Chase Kling, listed as a wide receiver. He'll carry the football occasionally once in a while, 153-pound senior, caught the game winner against Dickinson Trinity early this season. And then Michael Ducart, the 147-pound senior, all-stater as well for Killdeer. And then you got the Bombbacks. Tucker at the quarterback is a 2,000-yard thrower as a senior, and then Jack Bomback, the 159-pound sophomore running back. There's your Killdeer Cowboy offense again for head coach Andy Cook. All right, let's look at the Central Mclean Cougar defense. They just give up 12 points a game for head coach Grant Singer. Play a little 4-4 defense. Jonas Christensen, a junior defensive end at 190 pounds. Cutler Rust, a 190-pound sophomore defensive tackle, along with Cooper Kittler in the middle, 230 and a sophomore tackle. Dane Hansen, a senior right end at 200 pounds. 4 good linebackers. Ty McKeef, senior outside backer. Gavin Harriseth brings the speed element, a 185-pound junior. Check that. Harriseth would not be a junior. I have him listed wrong on my. Yep, Harriseth, I'll get that corrected right on the fly, is a senior linebacker, along with Chris Hager, the leading tackler for the Cougars. Bentley Kuhn, also a sophomore linebacker. And your secondary, keynoted by Aiden Hansen with 4 interceptions, including a pick 6 this year. He's a senior, and he's back there with Jace Utley, a corner, and Cannon Hunt, a corner. Both of those young men juniors, and they will be tested by this high-powered Killdeer Cowboy offense. There's your starting lineups. And again, thanks to Valvoline Instant Oil Change for bringing you our pregame show. Timely services that don't slow you down. 15-minute oil changes, locations in Minot and Bismarck. Find them online at VIOC.com if you get a chance. Say thanks to the Lundins. They've been doing it for over 25 years at Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Stay in your car for a drive-through service. All right, you ready for some Division A football with playoff implications? We sure are on the PSP Network. Let's jump over into live game. And, hey, while we have a second, let's remind you to follow, like, and subscribe to us on the PSP Network. Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and even subscribe to our YouTube channel as we get set for postseason football starting already next Saturday. And oh, by the way, we got a pretty good battle in the capital city next Friday night, Bismarck High and Century for the region title in the West. And they'll have a 1-seed game, both undefeated in the conference, assuming, of course, Bismarck High defeats Williston tonight. So, all right. We are set for football tonight. Hand is up with the wind at their back. Yeah, it's going to be a squib kick, going to be fallen on there by one of the up man. Sage Hoots will drop on that, and here comes the Killdeer Cowboy offense. Tucker Bomback, your senior QB. And they're going to split them out, 3 of them to the wide side of the field. Jackson Reese will be that receiver up top. Killdeer will be moving into the 15 or so mile-an-hour wind to start the contest. Looks like Central Mclean is going to come up and play a little man-to-man defense as line of scrimmage will be the 35-yard line. Here we go. Bomback will be out of the gun the entire evening. Slaps his hands, and it's going to be a design run. There goes the QB, and he's got a few. 35-yard line, he eclipses the 40. We're going to give him 6 yards. Tucker Bomback on first down, gets behind that right side of Jace Handy and Dane Jepson, and sets up second down and 5. We'll give him 5. Again, no huddle as they'll get to the sideline here. They get the call in. And they relay that on a 2nd down and 5. Looks like Central Mclean at the 4-down lineman. They're playing man-to-man. As Central Mclean going to stuff that run there by Bomback. He gets a couple before Bentley Kuhn will jackknife him down. Bomback with 2 sets up 3rd down and 3. Yeah, right now Killdeer feels like Central Mclean a little light in the box, and so they're running the football. That QB design run has produced 7 yards on 2 plays. Trips to the left, 3rd down and 3. Ball spotted at the 44-yard line. Got to get to the 47 if you're Killdeer for a 1st down. And they kind of just huddle it up. Jack Bomback beside Tucker. Jack's a lead blocker. Tucker has a 1st down and more as he pile drives his way over top of Harriseth, who had a self-defense tackle there, but that's a physical run by your senior QB, Bomback, as he's going to pick up 10 on the play. So he's carried it 3 times for 17 yards, and the Cowboys are into Cougar territory. Bomback back. First time he's throwing the football tonight. Now the rush is on. Bomback's just going to throw it up for grabs, and it's incomplete. Falls into the Killdeer bench. Bomback incomplete as Dane Hansen applying the pressure there for Central Mclean. Right defensive end got into Bomback's face. Again, Killdeer into the wind here. Killdeer into the wind right now as there's a handoff. Jack Bomback right down Broadway. He is twisting and turning, and he has 6 yards. His first tote of the night. Jack Bomback, the sophomore brother to the senior QB, Tucker Bomback. And another 3rd down. Tucker Bomback hands it off. Jack Bomback again sheds tacklers, and he's going to have a 1st down before Jace Utley wraps him up. And that is going to be a quick 8. Jack Bomback rifling through the defense, and Killdeer, boy, 5 runs here in their first 6 snaps, and they have moved it to the 31-yard line of Central Mclean. Trips to the wide side. Jackson Reese in the middle of that formation. And another handoff. Bomback is knifed down. Good play in the hole. Bomback still falls ahead for a couple. Yeah, coming in there for Central Mclean's defense is Chris Hager, the leading tackler, as he denies a bigger run there for Bomback, but Bomback picks up 3. And now 2nd and 7. Killdeer's taken the opening kick of the game, and they've moved it into Cougar territory. Jack Bomback again, and this time he is wrapped up. Cutler Rust grabs a hold to him and doesn't let him go, but Bomback is tough. He doesn't go down right away as he picks up a couple. Also, you get Zach Wolf in there for Central Mclean. And now it's a 3rd down and 5 from the 26-yard line. Bomback relays that call in from the sideline. Trips to the right, 1 receiver left, just been 1 pass, maybe a second coming here. Sets up in the pocket, pump fakes, has to get away, scrambling, throwing, tough catch. My, oh my, Jackson Reese climbed the ladder. Oh, but they rule him out of bounds. It was kind of shielded from our vantage point. Let's get your Ryan Family Dealership replay. Cutler had the pressure. Here's Bomback rolling to his left. He had time. Then it evaporated, and then Reese caught it, but he was shoved out of bounds smartly by that Cougar defense. How about that? 4th down. Bomback back to pass, going for it all. The ball fluttering, and it is incomplete. Incomplete. Intended there for Chase Kling, and back-to-back incompletions, and the Central Mclean defense has holded. Bomback looking for Ducart there. And back there on the coverage was none other than Cannon Hunt. And Central Mclean on downs will turn over the Killdeer Cowboys and take over with 8:04 to play in our first quarter. Then have BNC Bank bringing you our scoreboard tonight. BNC Bank, your life's busy. They make managing money easy. Find them online at bnc.bank as Gavin Harriseth got the call and he went nowhere. Let's get you that Central Mclean offensive unit up front. Dane Hansen, Brayton Fuentes, Cooper Kittler, Case Christensen, and Jonas Christensen. Jace Utley and Braxton Warner, your wide receivers. Ty McKeefe, your tight end. Chris Hager and Harriseth in the backfield. And the senior QB is Aiden Hansen. Hansen trying to get away. He's churning after a loss of 1 on first down for Harriseth. And Hansen maybe gets a yard. And so it's going to be 3rd down and a long 10, maybe 3rd and 11 even, as the Killdeer defense coming up big. We'll set that unit. It's a 3-5 officially on the report that we got from the coaching staff as Hansen's out of the gun. Trips to the left, 2 receivers to the right. Hansen looking, now rolling left, fires it. Oh, almost intercepted. Just about picked off there by Arian Ohato. And that was close. Get your Ryan Family Dealership replay of this rollout here by Hansen. And then he threw it back across his body. Oh, and Ohato had it in the mitts. But it falls incomplete. Neither team has completed a pass. Aiden Hansen will punt it away. Michael Ducart, a dangerous return man. Hansen will have the wind at his back. And a wobbling kick. Going to be fielded at the 39-yard line, and there goes Ducart. He is slippery in space. Good tackle there in space by Hager. As so that it's going to end up being a 36-yard punt for Aiden Hansen. And it's going to be a nice return there for Ducart as he is going to have officially a 19-yard return, and the Killdeer Cowboys force a 3-and-out, and they take over in Central Mclean territory. They empty it out. Bomb back with trips to the right, 2 receivers to the left. 6:25 to play in our first quarter. Scoreless on your BNC Bank scoreboard. Tucker Bomback with a couple slaps, and he has the snap back. Quick hitter, too tall for Jackson Reese. Trying to set up a little tunnel screen there. Well, and the wind is causing some problems right now. Aiden Hansen incomplete on his only passing attempt, and Tucker Bomback is now 0 for 4 throwing the football. So a quiet start for these two teams. As I'm going to turn up this crowd mic for just a second here. You can hear the wind whistling. Snap is back, handoff, Jack Bomback. He's got space, and there he goes. Oh, tripped up at the 20, or at the 30-yard line. Excuse me. Aiden Hansen makes a shoestring tackle, but they're going to get all the way down to the 22-yard line. That's a run of 20, and a pickup, and there goes Jack Bomback again, slamming his way down to the 15-yard line. 20-yard run for Bomback, another 7, and all of a sudden the sophomore has 6 carries for 46 yards. And right back at it into the Serve Pro red zone go the Cowboys. This time you got quad receivers to the right. Tucker Bomback gets the call. Jack Bomback standing in his right hip. From the 22-yard line nearing the Serve Pro red zone, there goes Jack Bomback. He's loose to the 10, down to close to the goal line, and he is inside the 5-yard line. Jace Utley has the stick.
First and 10, Cowboys. First and goal, Cowboys at the 1.
And there goes Tucker Bomback as he comes in. Flags fly in. Flags fly in, so hold the phone. Tucker Bomback has eclipsed the goal line, and our first penalty of the night. Killdeer looks like they might believe that this might be on Central Mclean. Get a zebra convention. And still no official indication here, as it was a 18-yard run for Bomback, and that's Jack Bomback. And then from the 3-yard line, the Killdeer Cowboys punched it in. And now we'll get the official call. Substitution penalty is going to be called against Central Mclean, so that's going to be declined, and Tucker Bomback has just put the Killdeer Cowboys on the scoreboard. And now the Cowboys will go for 2. I'll say it's officially a 2-yard run for Bomback. I beg your pardon. Killdeer is going to send out Trey Larimer to attempt the extra point. First blood is drawn here by Killdeer. Kick is up, and it is no good.
Kick is no good.
So let's take a touchdown timeout. 5:21 to play in our first quarter. Killdeer has struck first on a 3-yard touchdown run for Tucker Bomback, and they lead 6-0 on your BNC Bank scoreboard.
Want our dog to fetch it.
Drop it.
And drop it.
Drop it.
We want to fix it ourselves. And actually fix it. We want to order the market price lobster. And know the market price of the lobster.
How much is... Whatever the market says.
Sadly, we can't have it all. Except at Sport Clips, where we check in with the pros in men's hair and totally check out with pure, uninterrupted relaxation. Sport Clips. It's a game changer.
Killdeer forces a 3-and-out, and then they go on a 5-play scoring drive, going 42 yards. Larimer with the kick, going to be picked up there, and nowhere to go. Central Mclean swarmed down at the 20-yard line. Jay Sudley knocked down. Yeah, so a 5-play, 40-yard touchdown drive, 42-yard touchdown drive for Killdeer. Kick is no good, and Killdeer has struck first here. Hey fans, tonight's game brought to you in part by Minot State University. Be seen, be heard, be you at MSU. Tonight's game also brought to you in part by Planet Pizza, proudly serving the Magic City for over 25 years. Largest laser tag playground in the region. Giant lunch buffet. Try the Blue Buffalo or the plain cheese, and call them now for a delivery. 701-852-1700 Planet Pizza. Hansen rolling right. Now he's going to tuck it and scramble. Oh, what a move. And there goes Aiden Hansen down the sideline. The ball pops out as he's knocked out of bounds. Hansen with a huge run. And he's going to take that thing all the way out past the 35, maybe a 37-yard line. That's a 16-yard scramble and the first down for Central Mclean. Get your Ryan Family Dealership replay. Look at that one as Hansen, see him just making a good decision. Tucking, watch this little move. Ooh, slippery in space. 6'4", tall quarterback. 1st and 10 from the 36. Hansen back to pass. Got time. Still got time. Now he just has to tuck and run again. And into the Cougar bench he goes. Going to be a positive gain. About out to the 37-yard line. Arian Ohato on the stick.
No gain on the play.
No, they say no gain.
Checked out. A short one.
And we'll see. Hansen picks up 1 officially. That's one thing you kind of spoiled being at the Community Bowl and the turf fields that we have in the capital city of Bismarck. We do the majority of our games. You come out where they're painted on here, and it's a little tougher to see on a night as there's a quick hitter to Jace Utley. Oh, good hard running, and Utley's going to carry a couple tacklers for a first down. First completed pass of the night. That's going to be 10 on the completion and a first down. Back-to-back first downs here for Central Mclean. Get a Ryan Family Dealership replay. You can find them online at driveryan.com. Quick hitter. I like the way he finishes this run here. Carried a couple tacklers. Good strong run there for Jace Utley right in your living room. As we're under 5 minutes to play in the first quarter. Killdeer on top, 6-zip. Central Mclean with the win at their back. Hansen, same play, other side. Tunnel screen, and Utley this time is wrapped up. Ball came out. And it's going to be Killdeer football. Utley coughed it up. Let's get your Ryan Family Dealership replay. As here it is. Quick hitter to Utley. And, yeah, you had Chase Kling battling that thing away. He knocks it out, and the Cowboys come up with it. First turnover of the game is a big one. Two good football teams. Turnovers, special teams loom large. And thus far, Killdeer's had the best of it. Central Mclean looked like they had something going offensively, but right back in the saddle. Here is Bomback. Claps the hands, throws it out to Kling. Oh, makes the first man miss, but then the convoy arrives. That ball came out. They say Kling was down, however. Jackson Reese right there to fall on it. It's the first completed pass of the night for Tucker Bomback. Chase Kling will pick up 3. Well, the popcorn smells good tonight in Turtle Lake. Gain of 3. Stop there. As there goes Tucker Bomback. Oh, Zach Wolf just introduced himself to the quarterback. Tucker Bomback got hit hard. Watch this one on your Ryan Family Dealership replay. Bomback went up the middle. Ooh, there's Wolf. Ooh. Bam, bam. They hit him high and low. Wolf was the first one there. Bomback falls ahead for a yard. He's got 21 yards and a TD in the contest. Tucker does on 5 carries. 3rd down and 6 now from the 44. They'll bunch it up. Got a bunch of guys kind of standing on the line of scrimmage. H-backs, the 2 Bombacks in the backfield. Going to be a run up the middle, and Tucker Bomback breaks a tackle, slips through an ankle tackle. Going to be finally wrapped up there by Cooper Kittler. Bomback's going to pick up 3. Well, we'll give him 4. 4. And now it's 4th and 1. Bomback looks like he's going to go under center. Boy, everybody's bunched in the line of scrimmage. And now they just take their time, let the play clock go down a little bit. 4th and a yard. Bomback back to pass. Flushed out of the pocket. He's got some room. He gets away from Hager, and there goes Tucker Bomback scrambling into open space. And it's going to be a first down gallop. All the way down to the 12-yard line. Give him 24.
First down for the Cowboys.
And right back at the line of scrimmage, here comes Killdeer. Into the Serve Pro red zone go the Cowboys. Snap is back. Bomback fires it. And there goes Chase Kling. He's got a wall. He's got a seam to the end zone. Touchdown. Another impressive drive for these Killdeer Cowboys. 12 yards to pay dirt. Chase Kling's got his second grab of the night. Let's get your Ryan Family Dealership replay. Just a quick hitter. They had the big play on the scramble by Bomback. That was almost knocked down at the line of scrimmage, but then Kling had the seam, and he goes into the end zone. Pyle drives his way in for the TD, and now Central Mclean try to deny this 2-point conversion. Snap is back. Bomback rolling right, fires it to the pylon too tall. Pass is no good, but Killdeer has scored again, and we'll take a touchdown timeout here on the PSP Network. 2:12 to play, first quarter, 12-0 Killdeer over Central Mclean on your BNC Bank scoreboard.
Your bank had your back or would go the extra mile to give you the service and attention you need. Partnering with the right community bank can make all the difference. We like to think of a community bank as one that supports its local community. You need to know that whatever your financial future holds, your bank will be there to provide practical support. As a community bank, BNC National Bank will be there for whatever you need in the long haul. Reach out to our team today to learn more about how we're able to help you succeed. Member FDIC.
That was a Chase Kling kind of drive right there. He forces the fumble. Short field for the Cowboys. And bomb bag hits Chase Kling for 6. Ensuing kickoff by Larimer. Going to be fielded by Aiden Hansen. And he pirouettes his way out to the 37-yard line. Chase Kling, yeah, they don't make him much tougher than that kid. A little team roper. Rides a little bronc, a rodeo kid. Also will play a little basketball for the Cowboys in the winter. It was a backup point guard last year for a team that went to the state tournament. As the Killdeer Cowboys, how about this start for the road team tonight? Killdeer has put 12 on the board here in quarter number 1 with 2:09 to play. Wind is still at the backs of Central Mclean, but it hasn't mattered much. Killdeer into the win has scored twice. Central Mclean had something going before the Jace Utley fumble on the last drive, and here's Aiden Hansen out of the gun. Handoff, Harriseth tries to bounce it outside, and that's his best run of the night. Hasn't gotten his number called a lot, but he'll take it out to the 41-yard line, and Gavin Harriseth will pick up 4. Just his second carry of the night. I'll give Harriseth 5. Gavin Harriseth, 1,000 yards rushing a season ago for Central Mclean. A little quieter this year in 11-man. Not quite as much room to run. Designed run for the QB Hansen. A little stutter step. And he's going to be close to the sticks.
Aiden Hansen on the quarterback keeper. Roar.
Going to be pushed down there by Jonas Roar, the middle linebacker, but they will give Aiden Hansen a first down. If you're wondering what that is, the loudspeakers here play a little cougar growl every time the home team gets a first down. Approaching 1 minute to play, quarter number 1. Central Mclean out of the huddle. They send Utley to the right, Warner to the left, tight end McKeef to the left, Hager and Harriseth dots the I in the backfield. Hansen under center, 1st and 10. Toss play. There goes Gavin Harriseth, spinning, and a good-looking run there. Has made a couple guys miss. And Gavin Harriseth picks up 5 more. Ryan Family Dealership replay of that one is Gavin Harriseth, 5 yards before, 5 yards here. Nice run right there. Central Mclean has moved the football on their second drive and now on their third drive. The second one just ended in a turnover after they went 3 and out on their opening possession of the contest. Could be the final play here of the quarter. Hansen is going to hand it off. Harriseth tries the right side and he gets devoured. Nowhere to go. Aiden Binnick just slammed the door on Harriseth, no gain, and that will be the final play of our first stanza. A quarter break from Turtle Lake. On your BNC Bank scoreboard at the end of 1, it is Killdeer 12, Central Mclean 0. To Hetzel, layup, Larson. Good call, Coach Hagelin.
Nice give and go there.
Now on the other end, flying in is Nakori. Rebound, put back. Jackson Reese at the buzzer.
They're counting it. Officials are running off the court.
Killdeer is going to state.
That sinking feeling you get when this happens? That's oil change anxiety. The anxiety of being without a car with a billion things to do. The fear of being overcharged. The stress of not knowing where to go or who to trust. But you never get those feelings at Valvoline Instant Oil Change, where you can watch us work right from your car, and we finish up in about 15 minutes.
We changed your oil and did our 18-point safety check.
Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Service you can see, experts you can trust.
Now Central Mclean facing a 3rd down and 4 as we're back in Turtle Lake. Central Mclean at the Cowboy 47-yard line. Hansen out of the gun. Motions a man from left to right. They fake it to Harriseth. Hansen slips, gathers, and he's going to scramble, I believe, for a 1st down. He gets slammed out of bounds. Let's see where they mark him out at. He is going to be close to the sticks. Looks like he might be just a yard short. Give him 3 on the scramble. 5 carries, 26 yards now for Aiden Hansen, and he will indeed be short. And down by 12 here in the first half, in plus territory at the Cowboy 43-yard line. It looks like Central Mclean will go for it. Killdeer, of course, in the white unis tonight. Got that cancer awareness pink outline, the black helmets. Central Mclean and oranges with the navy pants. 4th down and a long one. Hansen will fake it. He's under pressure. Bomback sacked him. Jack Bomback just brought down the QB for a loss on 4th down. Hansen will go down. Here's a Ryan Family Dealership replay. How about that edge rush right there? Nowhere to go for Hansen. Time expires, and Killdeer will take over. Now the Cowboys will have the beneficiary of about a 15-mile-an-hour wind or so at their back. How about this formation? You got guys about 40 yards away from the QB, trips to the rights. Tucker Bomback gives it off to Jack Bomback, and he is loose again. This guy is a firecracker. Jack Bomback with 17 more yards right down Broadway. Don't even have a chance to get a Ryan Family Dealership replay on that, baby, because the Cowboys right back to the line of scrimmage. Listen to these numbers already for Jack Bomback. He has now had 8 carries and 81 yards tonight already for the sophomore. His brother, Tucker Bomback, has 7 carries for 49 yards and a TD rush and a TD pass. Tucker Bomback back to pass. Deep down the middle, and that's incomplete. Looking for Michael Dukart. Coverage provided there by Cannon Hunt. Couple penalty flags are down. Let's sort this out. Pass was incomplete. Some single coverage out there on Dukart. Michael Dukart. And looks like the initial indication is legal man downfield. Yep. Legal man downfield, and they're going to decline that. Okay, so the pass officially is incomplete. Tucker Bomback now 2 for 7 in the contest. He's got 15 yards and a TD. 12-yarder to Chase Kling on the Cowboys' last possession. From the 30-yard line, 2nd down and 10. Quads to the right. Bomback. Tucker gives it to Jack. There he goes again. Man, he is running hard. Give him 16 more. He's approaching 100 yards here in the first half. Jack Bomback dissecting the defense. And now you're going to send in Jonas Rohr into the backfield along with Tucker Bomback into the Serve Pro red zone to the Cowboys. They're leading by 12, looking for more. There's the snap. There goes Tucker Bomback, and he is angling to the goal line. Yes, touchdown. Tucker Bomback slams the door. Let's get your Ryan Family Dealership replay as Tucker Bomback, they spread you out, and then they just run power football at you. How about this effort at the goal line? Look at that. Great camera work as well by Aaron Wald tonight. Thanks to Ryan Family Dealership for bringing you that replay. Now the ensuing two-point conversion. And that's the that big old placard there that you see the Cowboy bench holding up. That's what they call the plays in on. And so now they set it down so you can actually see around that thing as Bomback is back to pass and then two-point conversion. Rushes on. He fires it for the goal line, incomplete. Looking there for Ohato, and that's incomplete. But Killdeer has put in 6 more early here in the second quarter. It's now Killdeer 18, Central Mclean 0 in this high-profile Division A Region 4 matchup.
Deliver more wonderful birthdays at Trinity Health Family Birth Center. We offer all new private, family-centered suites. Our maternity team provides more personalized support, advanced care, and the reassurances of a NICU and a neonatologist on staff. Take a virtual tour at trinityhealth.org/Family Birth Center. Trinity Health, making more possible.
Todd Domrey's Aaron Wald back in Turtle Lake. The Cougars got to get something going. Killdeer has not done much wrong here in the first 14 minutes of the contest. Larimer will kick off. Utley and Hansen back deep to receive. It's going to be Jace Utley at the 24 to the 30, and he's going to fall ahead to about the 34-yard line. Yeah, Killdeer has turned over Central Mclean. And they got it going on right now on the ground. It's Bomback squared. Jack Bomback with 97 yards rushing here in the first half. Tucker Bomback has 61 yards rushing, so those two guys up over 150 yards here in the first half. Central Mclean now into the breeze, has to get something going. They got to get the home fans fired up here. Trips left, one receiver to the right. Hansen out of the gun. See what your senior QB can dial up here. Rolling left. Going to be a design run. Oh, he gets away. Hansen in space, reversing his field, and Aiden Hansen's going to scramble for a first down. That is just athleticism right there, folks. Aiden Hansen, if you missed our Valvoline and Snow Change pregame show, we talked about him. All-region basketball performer, leading scorer, leading rebounder the last couple of years for the Cougars. How about throwing a state high jump champion as well? Yeah, that's an athlete right there. Hansen scrambles for 13. Problem is he's been about the only offense today for Central Mclean. Harris has rushed for 9 yards. Hansen has rushed for 43. Hansen's 2 of 3 throwing the football. Central Mclean near midfield, 1st and 10. Snap is back. Hansen out of the gun. Looking for Harriseth. He's got all kinds of time. Now Hansen's just going to tuck it. Now he's going to come back. He looks like Fran Tarking out there. Now he looks like Kyler Murray. And finally he's just going to throw it away. And now Aiden Hansen up slow. It's going to be an incomplete pass after all that. Well, there's a couple things going on. Hansen's going to get tired, but those defensive linemen, they're trying to chase around that guy in the backfield. Yeah, they're taking a knee right now as you get big old Jace Handy out there. He's like, yeah, okay, I'm done chasing this guy around. Dane Jepson up front, Binnick up front. They're to play that 3-4 defense. Occasionally that fourth linebacker will come join that line of scrimmages. You got 4 guys down there right now. 2nd down and 10. Hansen will motion Harriseth. They fake it to him. Over the middle, they got the tight end. Oh, but in and out of the hands of Ty McKeith at the sticks. Pass falls incomplete. Ty McKeith, the big old tight end 15 catches on the year, 3 touchdowns. Big frame, 190-pound kid. But back-to-back incompletions makes it 3rd down and 10. And with 9:22 to play in our first half, again, we said Central McLean, they got to get something going here. And thus far, they've been stymied by the Killdeer Cowboys. Utley to the left, couple receivers to the right. Oh, the snap goes through the hands of Aiden Hansen. He has to go back and pick it up. And now can he get away? No! The Cowboys rustled him down. There's Jack Bombach again. He's in the vicinity along with Ohato. And that is a huge loss on the play. Line of scrimmage was the 46-yard line. And that thing is all the way back at the 20. It's a 26-yard loss. Let's get you a Ryan Family Dealership replay. The snap was high. Hansen did all he could. He was rumbling, he was stumbling, and there was Ohato and Bombach to slam him down. A loss of 26. And now Hansen has to punt it away to the dangerous Michael Ducart. Punt is a low-line driver. Good Central McLean bounce, however. And that ends up being into the wind. That's a pretty good punt. That ends up being a 36-yard punt for Aiden Hansen. And the Killdeer Cowboys will take over. And Andy Cook couldn't have dialed up a better start here for the road team tonight. Killdeer will have it 1st and 10 from their own 45-yard line. And it's been the rush tonight that has been working primarily for Killdeer. Twins left, twins right. I got some of the pictures they got on that sign that they call the plays on. I was just trying to figure some of that out. They got a couple Will Ferrell pictures on there. They got some other stuff. Try to figure that thing out. Is Bombach slingshots it over to Ducart in and out of his hands. Incomplete. It's been a quiet offensive night throwing the football for Bombach. Just 2 of 8 for 15 yards, but as noted earlier, the ground game is carrying the load right now for Killdeer. Again, no huddle. They go right back to the line of scrimmage. Snap is back. Tucker Bombach will keep it. Gets away from one man, turns the corner and goes galloping up the sideline. And he's going to pick up about 7 or 8. Couldn't tell if that was a design run. We'll give him 8. Gavin Harriseth ushers him out of bounds. Hey fans, contact Farstead Oil today. Find out another sales team can help you with your wholesale fuel, mobile lubricants, and DEF needs. Serving North Dakota, Montana, Western Minnesota since 1938. Tucker Bombach on 3rd and 3. Just slammed his way in for a 1st down. Tucker Bombach picks up 4. He's up to 73 yards. That offensive line doing a good job. Jepson, Handy, Thormalen, Binnick, and Fair up front have been paving the way for the Cowboy Moving Company. Clock rolls with under 8 to play. Killdeer has put 3 touchdowns on the board. They've misfired on all 3 extra points and 2-point conversions. It's about the only thing that Killdeer has done wrong here in the first half. Bombach with a 2nd slap. Tucker fires it. Ducart at his shoe tops. Flag flies in. That might be a late hit. And maybe a little frustration setting in here on that Central McLean side as the completed pass goes to Ducart. And let's see what the whistle is here. Cooper Kittler was the guy who came in there and put a hit on Tucker Bombach. Let's get your Ryan Family Dealership replay. We'll give you the call here. The officials will. 2 fouls on the play.
Penalty markers on both teams.
Now you get an ineligible man downfield, and you do get the roughing the passer. So those penalties will offset, and we'll have a do-over.
1st and 10.
And it'll still be 1st and 10. bunch it up in the backfield. Jack Bomback is sandwiched. Good job by that interior of that Cougar defense. Looked like it was Chris Hager that time along with Bentley Kuhn. And that's the first time that they really slowed down Jack Bomback. Listen to these carries. 6 yards, 8 yards, 3 yards, 2 yards, 20, 7, 18, 17, 16, and now 6 and 0 for Jack Bomback. No gain on the play. 2nd down and 10. Snap is back. Tucker Bomback pump fakes. Looking deep to Dukart. And it's gotten in the wind, and it sails incomplete. Good coverage there by Central Mclean. Looked like that was Gavin Harriseth back there, step for step. And tried a little wheel route there. Tucker Bomback with the wind at his back. It's, sometimes as a QB, it's like I said, 15, 20 mile an hour wind, but sometimes it's actually harder to throw the ball with the wind in some cases, especially on those deep balls. Ball will just take off and sail on you. Well, let's see if the Central Mclean defense can hold here. 3rd down and 10. Trips to the left, one receiver to the right. Crossing patterns, Bomback fires it over the middle. Oh, what a grab in space. He caught it at the 20, and there he goes. Going to be into the end zone. Touchdown, Killdeer. Tommy Schmidt to the house. "43-yard touchdown." And we'll come back to the Ryan Family Dealership replay. That one in just a second. That was impressive. The catch by Tommy Schmidt was awesome as Latimer comes on to attempt the extra point. Schmidt with the hold. Kick is up, and it is good. The Scud missile just barely gets over the crossbar, and 7 more on your BNC Bank scoreboard for Killdeer. How about the Cowboys? 6:21 to play first half. It's now Killdeer 25, Central Mclean 0 here from Turtle Lake.
Engineers at Ackerman Esvold have been enhancing everyday life. From response times to commute times, we've helped create critical infrastructure, enhancing highway safety, flood protection, and public education. And we're no stranger to enhancing fun, family outings, and even game time. Ackerman Esvold, working to enhance your everyday life.
And swing kickoff grabbed by Chase Utley. Just picked him up and took him for a ride. Bomback has his second TD pass of the game, a 43-yarder. That was awesome to Tommy Schmidt. Tommy Schmidt with his 3rd touchdown reception of the season. Larimer adds the extra point, and it's 25-0. Killdeer has come to Turtle Lake tonight and flexed some proverbial muscle. And now let's see if Central Mclean can get something going. Hanson out of the gun. High snap. Looking into the flats, and he flips it out there. Oh! Warner got pasted. Wow, let's get you a Ryan Family Dealership reel of that. Watch the hit at the end of this. It's a cold night, man, and I got up here and I was cringing. Ooh, tattooed. Looked like it was Binnick that came in there and hit him hard at the end of it. Hansen looking, and breaking tackles. Aiden Hansen is doing everything he can. He's going to have a first down.
The scramble, that's a Cougars first down.
Hansen scrambles for 6 and a first down. Any kind of momentum that Central Mclean can garner here in the later stages of the first half would be well served. Another high snap. Hansen has to go back and just fall on it. He's tapped down again, as you're going to have that Cougar defense, Jepson back there, along with Binnick again. They'll get credited for the sack, and that has happened a couple times tonight, and it has not been good. That's going to be an 18-yard loss after an earlier 26-yard loss. Hansen is, he's got a positive 5 yards rushing, but he's lost 41 yards on 2 high snaps that he's had to go back and ultimately get sacked on. And now you got 3rd down and a mile. Check that, 2nd down and a mile. 2nd and 28 to be exact. Hansen back to pass. Hager running a deep route. Utley running a deep route, and that's going to be incomplete. Check that, it was back there for Warner. Hansen got a lot of mustard on that one as he threw that about 40 yards into a stiff breeze here tonight, but it falls incomplete. Aiden Hansen now 3 of 7 on the evening for 15 yards. And, after you take off those 2 big sacks tonight, that resulted in 41 yards of lost yardage. Right now, Central Mclean, folks, has got 29 yards of total offense. And we're under 4 minutes to play in the first half. Killdeer on top, 25 buff on your BNC National Bank scoreboard. Warner in motion. Hansen scrambling. Hansen turning on the Jets down the sideline, doesn't go out of bounds. Fighting and grinding, and he gets back to the original line of scrimmage. It's going to be an 18-yard scramble. Look like Jack Bomback and Ohado. As Hansen, they'll give him 20 actually on the scramble. And now on 4th and manageable here, looks like I wonder what Central Mclean is going to decide to do here. Is looks like Hansen's going to be back into a punting situation. The dangerous Michael Ducart back to receive for Killdeer. Snap is back. Hansen boots it away. Line of scrimmage was the 44. Fields it at the 25. Ducart, swarmed down and got it back to the 30. Ends up being a 31-yard punt for Aiden Hansen. It's going to be a 5-yard return for Michael Ducart. And on the change of possession, we can tell you tonight's game brought to you in part by the Aggie Foundation. Vote for the PSP Network Player Performance of the Week. Nominees posted on social media on Monday, winner announced on Thursday. Player Performance of the Week, sponsored in part by the Aggie Foundation. Learn about their charitable work at aggiefoundation.com. Tonight's game also brought to you in part by Bones Barbecue Sauce, bottled and created right here in North Dakota. Find it at your local grocery store, Cashwise, Marketplace, and Family Fare. Jack Bomback gets the call, and he maybe doesn't get anything. As Bomback, his last 2 carries have resulted in no gain. Stuck at 97 yards. 73 yards rushing for Tucker Bomback. Bomback now up to 58 yards passing and a couple touchdowns on the evening. Central Mclean Killdeer is going to ask for and receive a First International Bank and Trust timeout on the field. FIBT.com is where you can find First International Bank and Trust. Full-service, family-owned, independent community bank founded in 1910. That's First International Bank and Trust. It's all Cowboys here in the first half with 2:07 to play in the first stanza in Turtle Lake.
In front of you, see? The slicer, the meat and cheese. It has a rhythm.
This is the rhythm of the slice. The slice. Oh, yeah. The rhythm of the slice. This is the rhythm of the slice. The slice. Oh, yeah.
Order for Danny?
Sliced right in front of you. It's a Jersey Mike's thing. A sub above.
Stay tuned at halftime. We'll have our Moonlight Home Improvement halftime show. Let's take a look at that. There's that touchdown to Tommy Schmidt. We come back to this Ryan Family Dealership replay. Watch this snag right here. Schmidt grabbed it in space, and then he was loose. Got to the pylon touchdown. Killdeer on their last drive. It's going to be Jack Bombach on the call. Doesn't get much. Well, it's been Kuhn and Hager in on a lot of hits tonight. Bentley Kuhn, Chris Hager. Hager the senior, Kuhn the sophomore. Bombach picked up 3, and now he's got an even 100 yards, does Jack Bombach here in the first half. Looks like Killdeer's taking the foot off the pedal a little bit here. Just content going up into halftime with a 25-point lead. They got a 3rd down and 7 from their own 34-yard line. Tucker Bombach gets the call. Oh, and there he goes into the second level. And he bulldozes his way out to the 46-yard line. Give him 12. And it has been the Cowboy Moving Company, keynoted by Jack and Tucker Bombach. And now you might see Killdeer get her moving here. Tucker Bombach rolling right. Got his man. And there goes Kling down the sideline. Cut down at the 22. Another 24 yards to Chase Kling. Gavin Harriseth with the stop. 24-yard completion. Kling's got his 3rd grab here in the first half. And now, from the 24-yard line, Killdeer approaching the Serve Pro red zone. Oh, bobbled handoff between the Bombachs, and Tucker has to fall on it. And that's a loss on the play out to the 24-yard line, a loss of 10 and an immediate timeout as the clock stops with 50 seconds to play in our first half. It's a First International Bank and Trust timeout on the field. Killdeer will be facing a 2nd down and 20. When we come back, they'll put 57 seconds on the clock. Killdeer leading by 25, and the Cowboys looking for more here as we close out our first half tonight in a 4A football matchup.
At any time, to anyone. It's not really something you can schedule on your calendar. But when it happens to you and it's not your fault, there's one law firm to remember. That firm is Schweigert, Clemeen, and McBride. We live here and take pride in helping our community. We know this area inside and out. We put in the work and fight for what's right so justice can prevail for you. That is what we're all about. We're on your side. We're Schweigert, Clemeen, and McBride.
Second and long. As the Cowboys have just burnt their 2nd time out here in the first half. It's going to be a handoff to Jack Bombach, and he picks up 3, maybe 4, before he's hogtied and dropped down there. And it looks like Killdeer has indeed burnt their final time out here in the first half. Cutler Rust, Jonas Christensen on the hit there for Central Mclean. 47 seconds to play first half. First International Bank and Trust timeout on the floor. FIBT.com. Locations in South Dakota, North Dakota, Minnesota, and Arizona. It's First International Bank and Trust. Now you got your ND score feed scrolling across the bottom of your screen tonight. And hey, fans, BSN Sports brings you the Bring the Noise Student Section Award. Take a shot of that student section when you're getting all rowdy and tag PSP on our Instagram, Facebook, social media platforms. And we'll see who gets that student section Bring the Noise Award. Again, brought to you by BSN Sports. Fans, our Moonlight Home Improvement Show, halftime show comes up next. Home renovation specialist in the Magic City. Call Drew at 701-721-4612 or head to moonlighthomeimprovement.com. 3rd and long. Might be a halfback pass here. Kling fires it, and that's picked off. Hansen with the interception, and that's the way the first half will probably go into the books here as Kling, as they went to the halfback pass. His first attempt of the contest is picked off, and Aiden Hansen just has his 5th interception of the season. Hansen with the pick, and Central Mclean now with 36 seconds to play deep in their own end. Yeah, it looks like line of scrimmage is the 14. Yeah, the 14-yard line. I don't expect Coach Singer to be too rambunctious here with 36 seconds to play. Central Mclean still does have timeouts remaining. Little quick hitter. Bubble screen, the tunnel screen goes to Jace Udley. And he's corralled. Maybe 4 yards on the gain. As they say, he's going to be out to the 17-yard line, so give him 3. Hansen now 4 of 8 throwing the football for just 18 yards in the first half. And as mentioned, Central Mclean gonna let that baby expire, and we have reached halftime tonight in Turtle Lake, and it's been all Killdeer. Cowboys from Killdeer 25 and the Central Mclean Cougars 0. Our Moonlight Home Improvement halftime show comes up next here on the PSP Network.
Is proudly brought to you by social media platforms. PSP Network, it's game day.
When facing disaster, it's not just the things we lose, but the memories. But there's hope. ServPro, with decades of experience in Minot and Bismarck, is always ready. Our certified professionals don't just restore homes, they rebuild lives. Because to us, you're not just a client, you're family.
Since 2003, the architects and engineers at Ackerman Esvold have been enhancing everyday life. From response times to commute times, we've helped create critical infrastructure, enhancing highway safety, flood protection, and public education. And we're no stranger to enhancing fun, family outings, and even game time. Ackerman Esvold, working to enhance your everyday life.
Great great news. If you're looking for a new vehicle, Ryan Family Dealerships has the best selection we've had in years. You'll find fantastic offers from Nissan, Honda, Chevrolet, Buick, GMC, Cadillac, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram.
Hold on. Ryan sells Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram?
Yes, we do, and we'd love to sell one to you. Visit one of our 5 convenient locations in Minot and Williston. Get your next vehicle from a name you know and trust. Ryan Family Dealerships.
Can you remember the last time you were certain that your bank had your back or would go the extra mile to give you the service and attention you need? Partnering with the right community bank can make all the difference. We like to think of a community bank as one that supports its local community. You need to know that whatever your financial future holds, your bank will be there to provide practical support. As a community bank, BNC National Bank will be there for whatever you need in the long haul. Reach out to our team today to learn more about how we're able to help you succeed. Member FDIC.
That sinking feeling you get when this happens? That's oil change anxiety. The anxiety of being without a car with a billion things to do. The fear of being overcharged. The stress of not knowing where to go or who to trust. But you never get those feelings at Valvoline Instant Oil Change, where you can watch us work right from your car, and we finish up in about 15 minutes.
We changed your oil and did our 18-point safety check.
Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Service you can see, experts you can trust.
On the PSP Network is proudly brought to you by social media platforms. PSP Network, it's game day.
Rooted in the heart of our vibrant communities stands Brevera Bank, offering complete financial services for banking, wealth management, and insurance. From home loans and checking accounts.
Let me tell you about the cashback rewards with this account.
To wealth management, we'll help you forge your path ahead.
Let's create a plan to reach your financial goals. Sounds great.
With specialty insurance coverage, our advisors ensure your operation can carry on.
Looks like it's going to be a great harvest.
Todd Domery's Aaron Wald back at Turtle Lake tonight. It's our Moonlight Home Improvement halftime show. It's all Killdeer, 25-0 here at the break. We'll get to the numbers in just a second. Team and individual stats, run some scoring plays, highlights for you from the first half. As it's our Moonlight Home Improvement halftime show, your home renovation specialist in the Magic City. Been putting off that basement, kitchen, bathroom, or interior renovation. Now's the time to book with MHI. Mention the PSP Network, get 10% off that next invoice. Call Drew now at 701-721-4612 or head to moonlighthomeimprovement.com. Cowboys got started early and often in our first half. Here's some of the numbers, again brought to you by Moonlight Home Improvement. Team stats look like this. Central Mclean had a couple sacks that cost them 41 yards of offense, but they rush it 15 times for 34 yards. Hansen has 18 yards passing, and that's 52 yards of total offense for Central Mclean in the first half. Killdeer, on the other hand, ran it 25 times for 178 yards, all that from the Bombacks. Tucker and Jack with 178 yards rushing the first half. Tucker Bomback throws it for 72 yards. That's 250 yards of total offense for Killdeer in the first half. Here's some of your individual numbers, and while we do that, we'll run some Ryan Family Dealership halftime replays here as, Central McLean, led by Aiden Hansen, it's been pretty much the Aiden Hansen show. He's got 25 yards rushing, and he's thrown for 18 yards passing, other than 9 yards rushing for Gavin Harris. That's it for Central McLean in the first half. For Killdeer, we mentioned the sophomore Jack Bomback up over 100 yards in the first half, 13 carries for 103. Tucker Bomback has 2 rushing touchdowns, and he's got 75 yards in the first half. Actually got 1 rushing touchdown. He's actually thrown for 2, as he's got 72 yards passing in the first half, including 2 TDs. Chase Kling has 1 of those and 3 catches for 39 yards, and Tommy Schmidt has the other, a 43-yard touchdown that was as pretty as you'll see. And there's your numbers and halftime highlights here at the break. There's the Chase Kling touchdown right there. Made it 12-zip in favor of Killdeer. Watch this little scramble here by Bomback. He put on a little extra gear here that I don't know if that young man had it, but boy, there he went. Set up that pass to Kling just a moment later. Yeah, this was the nice one. Watch this delivery here. On time to Tommy Schmidt. Get to the back of that drop. Let it rip over the middle. Nice hands grab there by Schmidt. And then he darted it to the pylon. And this was a nice run here as well for Tucker Bomback. Took it in from 12 yards out. Great camera work as well there by Aaron Wald. There's your halftime numbers and halftime highlights as it's all Killdeer here at the break. Take a timeout. We'll come back and we'll get set for our second half from the Prairie Pothole Country in McLean County in central North Dakota. Good to have you tuned into the PSP Network tonight. It's our Moonlight Home Improvement halftime show. You can find them online at moonlighthomeimprovement.com. Back with more of our halftime after this break on the PSP Network.
Want our dog to fetch it, and drop it. We want to fix it ourselves and actually fix it. We want to order the market price lobster and know the market price of the lobster.
How much is... Whatever the market says.
Sadly, we can't have it all, except at Sport Clips, where we check in with the pros in men's hair and totally check out with pure, uninterrupted relaxation. Sport Clips. It's a game changer.
This week's PSP Network Player Performance of the Week, powered by the Aggie Foundation and Minot State University. Congratulations to this week's nominees on Big Time Games. The votes are in, and this week's Player Performance of the Week belongs to
Palmer. He gets nasty with this, rolls out to the right, looking deep, and picked off. Interception. Beautiful.
Make sure to like and follow the PSP Network on all social media platforms. And watch for next week's PSP Network Player Performance of the Week, powered by the Aggie Foundation and Minot State University. PSP Network, it's game day.
The Aggie Foundation is a 501c3. Our mission is to really help out the communities that allow us in for charitable gaming.
We are so thankful for Aggie Foundation for giving us the $2,500.
I can't thank the Aggie Foundation enough for what they've done.
Aggie Foundation has been just a great partner for our community.
Some of these programs wouldn't be able to continue on without funding from programs like this.
We're always looking for new partners, new communities to be in. If we can make an impact in that community, we will.
To Hetzel, layup, Larson. Good call, Coach Higglin.
Nice give and go there.
Now on the other end, flying in is Nikori. Rebound, put back. Jackson Reese at the buzzer.
They're counting it. Visual running off the court.
Killdeer is going to state.
partner for commercial and business loans. We not only provide lending you need to grow your business, but we also reinvest in our communities. We believe in strengthening our businesses and creating opportunities for success. Choose Dakota Community Bank and Trust for your commercial and business loans, and together let's keep our communities thriving.
Serving the community, looking out for you. At Dakota Community Bank and Trust, that's what we do.
And invested wisely. Whether it's paying for a child's education, taking the family trip you've dreamed of, giving back to the community, or funding a confident retirement, we can help you reach your goals. We are passionate about helping you make smart decisions about your spending and saving so you can feel confident about the future while enjoying life today. Together, we can design a personalized plan that takes into account your short and long-term needs and wants, but is flexible enough to adjust as your life changes.
Over 60 years combined experience in the field. Not only are we writing estimates, talking with customers, we're in the shop working alongside of our team members.
I've always had a very strong passion for repairing vehicles. I've been doing it since I've been in high school, and I've always enjoyed seeing the vehicle repaired back to the original conditions.
Thank you for the opportunity to serve the Bismarck-Mandan community for the last 7 years. We look forward to expanding into our new addition to better serve our customers, Centennial Collision and Paint.
Spas Etc., Bismarck's #1 hot tub and sauna dealer, brings luxury and wellness straight to your home. Discover top brands, Sundance Hot Tubs and Michael Phelps Swim Spas that deliver not just relaxation, but real therapeutic benefits. Right now, save up to $5,000 or enjoy up to 72 months interest-free financing. Visit us today at 1420 East Main Avenue in Bismarck and experience the best deals for yourself.
Just wrapping up halftime here in Turtle Lake. Let's see if we can get you scoreboard updates. Other games we're tracking in 11A football. Botno is up big over Ray Powers Lake, 37-6. Actually, that's a final. Killdeer, of course, leading here by 25. Delax Burlington at halftime leads Stanley. Ellendale Edgeley Culm, a ranked team, taking care of Oaks tonight. And Velvet Drake Animus Garrison gets a win tonight over South Prairie Max. And if you're into the bracketology, if this game holds up, as we're just about set for our third quarter kickoff here. If Killdeer continues to win this contest, they'll be the #1 seed. Dickinson Trinity will be the 2. Central Mclean would be the 3. Southern Mclean would be your 4 seed, and right now in Region 3 football, Velvet Drake Animus Garrison is #1, Botno's 2, DLB and Ray Powers Lake would be your 3 and 4. Again, there's still games going on, so thanks again to Moonlight Home and Prone for bringing you our halftime as we are ready for third quarter football. Larimer with a hand up. Killdeer will have the wind at their back here in quarter number 3. Utley and Hansen back deep to receive. Low driving kick to Jace Utley. 25-30, 35, and he skips through a tackle, and he's knifed down right at the 35-yard line. Central Mclean, just 52 yards of total offense in that first half. See if they can get something going here. Harriseth on the ground. Hansen on the ground. Get these receivers involved. As you get trips to the left. McKeef, Hunt, and Utley wide to the left. One receiver to the right. Hansen's got an empty backfield for himself. 1st and 10. High snap again. Hansen back to pass. Flips it over the middle. He's got his tight end. Productive play. Ty McKeef hauls it in. And a gain of 7 on the first play of our third quarter. First catch of the night for Cole McKeef. 5 of 9 now throwing the football for Hansen. As mentioned, McKeith has the grab. Oh, in and out of his hands again as they went right back to him. Might have said Cole McKeith. That was McKeith boy was playing last year. This is Ty McKeith, the younger of the two. Yeah, Central Mclean lost a ton from that group. Made it to the second round of the playoffs last year. Hansen's pass went incomplete. Sets up 3rd down and 3. And a little pre-snap penalty before we get started. Yeah, you had Cole McKeith, Wyatt Wagner, Andrew Eichhorst, the Diesel, Sam Benson, Bennett Meyer, and Cade Wolford. All those guys graduated a season ago. I might have missed one or two, but yeah, some of those key guys playing for Coach Singer last year. Made it to that second round of the playoffs before losing down in Elgin to Grant County Flasher. And the 5-yard penalty on Killdeer gives Central Mclean a first down. Hansen fires it to Jay Sudley. Looks like Central Mclean going to the short passing game here to start the third quarter. Penalty was one of the first of the night. Actually, it was the first of the night for Killdeer. Clean game penalty-wise. Central Mclean's only been whistled for one penalty as well. Hansen back to pass again. To the perimeter. He's got Harriseth. And he's got a first down. Yeah, it's the short passing game here that is somehow got a little bit of life. Harriseth is going to pick up 10. His first catch of the night. Jay Sudley just got 7 the play before. Central Mclean has moved it to the Killdeer 36-yard line. Trips to the right. Hansen's got Harriseth at his hip. Aiden rolling right. Now he fires it a little bit deeper. He's got Utley, and he's got him inside the 10-yard line.
Complete to Jace Utley.
20 more.
Oh, Huddle on the stop for the Cowboys. The reception, that's a Cougars first down.
And into the Serve Pro red zone goes Central Mclean.
First and goal, Cougars.
They got it first and goal from the 6. Hansen with one receiver right, couple to the left. They motion McKeith. Hansen looking. Now flips into the corner of the end zone. Oh, incomplete. Good defensive play there. That was Arian Ohato on the coverage. Hansen looking into that corner of the end zone. Looking for his big tight end, Ty McKeith. Hansen now 7 of 13 throwing the football for 62 yards in the contest. Man, you want to start the third quarter in style for Central Mclean, get the home fans riled up. I just punch one in right here. Trips to the left, one receiver. Check that, 2 receivers to the right. Hansen back to pass, looking for a little bubble. Now he's under pressure, has to throw it, and just throws it away. Throws it to the pylon. He had a receiver kind of in the vicinity over there. And it was Jace Utley. Yeah, he had Rohr and Bomback in there. It's Jonas Rohr. Jack Bomback again. Yeah, they like to blitz Jack Bomback. And Jack just 159-pound sophomore linebacker, but got that speed off the edge. And now it's 3rd and goal from the 6. It's kind of a must-scoring position here for Central Mclean. Yeah, there's still 10 minutes left in the third quarter, but if you want to change Uncle Mo to your side, yeah, you got to punch one in here. I backfield, they'll toss it. No, they'll fake a toss. Hansen into the flat, late hit, might be on the quarterback. The pass is caught. McKeith has the grab, and a flag is down. We'll sort that out as the pass completed to McKeef gets him down to the 3-yard line, and then a flag flies in. And we'll see if we can sort that out on our Ryan Family Dealership replays. We'll get the official indication here of what it was. Yeah, personal foul, roughing the passer. Yeah. I think they just had a little extracurricular as you watch this replay roll through here again. As Watson on Hansen is, they kind of just picked him up almost at the end of it and threw him down on the ground. Yeah, you can't see it because we follow the pass completed, but it's a penalty on Killdeer, and it makes it 1st and goal from the 1. Hansen is under center, and he is going to try to sneak it. And the officials come in, touchdown! Hansen from the 1, and Central Mclean has some life. First points of the contest for the Cougars. Get your Ryan Family Dealership replay, that 1-yard plunge on the QB sneak. Had the jumbo formation in here, and Hansen didn't even use the tush-push, so to speak. Just a conventional QB sneak for 6. And now Central Mclean goes for 2. A couple backs flanking Central Mclean's Aiden Hansen. He rolls out to his right, back over the middle, in and out of the hands of his tight end, Ty McKeef. But a touchdown timeout. Central Mclean is on the board. 9:33 to play, 3rd quarter. It's now a new score from Turtle Lake. Killdeer 25, Central Mclean 6.
Seek transformation. ServPro's construction program brings both vision and precision. From that very first hammer strike to the final touch of paint, our dedication remains unwavering. It's not just about remodeling, it's about legacy. In Minot and Bismarck, ServPro is your partner in transformation. We don't just build back, we elevate every space.
Good to have you tuned in to the PSP Network tonight. Todd Domrey's on the call. Got Aaron Wall run the cameras, producing for us tonight. Thanks to the folks in Turtle Lake, Coach Singer, Athletic Director Sheila Schlafman. And they rolled out the red carpet for us, even had the lift ready for us in case we would have needed it tonight. 1-yard touchdown run for Hayden Hansen, and now the ensuing kickoff. Picked up by Ohato. And he gets a few. Takes it back. Takes it back out to the 35-yard line, and that's where the Killdeer Cowboys will have their first possession of our second half. Cowboys had it going on in the first 24 minutes. Scored 4 touchdowns. 2 on the ground rushing for Tucker Bomback and 2 through the air. Handoff, Jack Bomback. Oh, and he is loose. Jack Bomback tracked down from behind, but a huge gain. Ryan Family Dealership replay. He ran it from the 35 to the 15. So that's a quick 50 for Jack Bomback. Here's a Ryan Family Dealership replay. We're going to have to duck out of this as Killdeer is right back at the line of scrimmage. The Hansen speed negated a touchdown. Now Tucker Bomback rolling out. Fires it to the boundary. He's got Jackson Reese, his first catch of the night. And that's going to be a first down. Down to the 5-yard line. It's a 10-yard completion. So, get this organized here. Jack Bomback just galloped for 50. He's got 153 yards of rushing tonight. Pass completed to Jackson Reese, and now you go back to the well for Jack Bomback, and he is tripped up at the 7-yard line. First catch of the night for Jackson Reese. You've seen one of our PSP highlights, Jackson Reese with the game winner a couple years ago in the AB qualifier at Four Bears Event Center. Put Killdeer Cowboys to the state basketball tournament, first time in 70-some years. 2nd and goal. Here's Tucker Bomback. Looking left, comes back right. Fade pattern, corner of the end zone. That is incomplete. Comes back there, looking for Michael Dukart in the corner of the end zone. Gavin Harriseth, blanket coverage. Tucker Bomback, 5 of 13 for 82 yards now and a couple touchdowns. 1 to Tommy Schmidt, 1 to Chase Kling. Bomback again, little tunnel screen. Oh, nice play. Hager cuts down Jackson Reese. Just a 1-yard gain. Jackson Reese picks up 1, and now it's 4th and goal. Killdeer quickly back, 1 receiver right, trips to the left, Bomback rolling right, throws it, and Jackson Reese caught it. How about that? That is called threading the needle right there. Let's get your Ryan Family Dealership replay. How about this answer for the Cowboys? Rolling to his right, just throws a dart right there. Man, I had to get my head out of the way. That was me that was getting in the way. That's never happened before. I was trying to get so I could see what was going on, and I apologize, folks. I was the one who somehow got my big noggin in the way of that touchdown pass to Jackson Reese. Tucker Bomback with the 3rd touchdown pass tonight. It's now 26 on the season for him. Jackson Reese has a TD. And Arian Ohado puts a foot into it, and he slams that extra point through. How about that answer for Killdeer? Central Mclean got some life. They scored, and Killdeer marches right down the field. Bomback with his 3rd TD pass of the night. New score from Turtle Lake. 7:31 to play in the 3rd. It's 32-6 Killdeer.
Learned a lot about why local matters. Unlike those guys, we take pride in our work and back our tires with our Plus Plan guarantee to get the most out of your tire's lifespan.
Are the tires the same size on all the sides?
We strive to provide great value to our guests and lowest prices guaranteed.
That's not good.
Stop at a trusted tire and auto and get a set of tires from people you know and trust, and will even match those guys.
Trey Larimer with the ensuing kickoff. Killdeer gets a 6-yard touchdown pass from Tucker Bomback to Jackson Reese. Utley with the return. Slips through 1 tackle, runs through another arm tackle, and now he is hemmed in. But he returns it out to the 30, and that's where Central Mclean will come out. Yeah, Tucker Bomback just keeps putting up numbers for Killdeer. That's now 27 touchdowns through the air. He's up over 2,000 yards, as mentioned earlier. And he's rushed for 2 tonight, so that's now 15 TDs. It's now 42 touchdowns on the season for Tucker Bomback. 27 through the air, 15 rushing. In the slot, little sidearm slingshot there from Hansen. He hits his tight end, Ty McKeefe. And he is at the sticks. Looks like he will maybe just be a yard short of a first down. Yep, they'll give him 9.
In on the stop for the Cowboys. Gain of 9 brings up a 2nd and short.
Ty McKeefe with his 2nd grab. Hansen back. Steady dose of him throwing the football. He pump fakes. Now he's got to look to the far boundary, and I think that short hopped. No, incomplete. I was looking for Hager. Is that Hager or is that Harriseth? I can't see the 18 or 8. Yeah, it was Hager, so Hansen misfires on that one, incomplete. And still 3rd down and 1. Central Mclean, ball spotted at their 40-yard line, just outside of it. Got to get to the 41, about a half a yard for a first down. Hansen this time ducks under center. He's got an eye backfield behind him, Hager and Harriseth, and Hansen just submarines his way on a QB sneak for a first down and picks up 4.
Bomb back and Thornmail on the stop for the Cowboys. On the sneak, that's enough for a Cougars first down.
Hansen, he'd be up. Lost 41 yards on 2 sacks, so he's got 13 carries for 30 yards tonight. Those 2 huge losses on high snaps that he had to go back and corral. Killdeer by 26. Hansen rolling left. Stops, fires it. Utley in and out of his hands. Blanket coverage there by Chase Kling. Jace Utley, the multi-sport athlete. Plays a little basketball as well for Central Mclean.
From the 44-yard line.
Yeah, in the second half here, Central Mclean is more or less said, you know what, we're going to abandon the run. We're going to let our all-region QB, our all-state QB, see if he can do some damage through the air. Trips to the right, 1 receiver left. Hansen's got some time in the pocket. Now there's a rush. Flag flies in. Jepson trying to track down Hansen. Hansen just keeps running away. I think this is all going to be for naught, as a penalty in the backfield from the White Hats going to result in likely a hold on Central Mclean, and it's going to come all the way back. Hansen ended up running it for 12 yards, all the way to about the 42-yard line of Killdeer. But this one, yep, coming back. It's going to be a hold. And that spot foul is going to go all the way back. Yep, to the 35-yard line. So it's now 2nd and 20. So that's a tough one. It's the second penalty of the night against Central Mclean. Trips right, a 5-receiver set for Hansen. Got time. Oh, over the middle, and just about intercepted there by Jonas Rohr. And looking for Cannon Hunt, but it looked like the QB and the receiver weren't necessarily on the same page there, as pass will fall incomplete. Thanks to all of you joining us. Be sure to check out PSP's announcements in the coming week here as we get set for postseason football. We'll transition some of that coverage over to PSP Plus for the postseason. We got a big game in the capital city this coming Friday night. Bismarck High and Century for the WDA football title. Hansen on 3rd and 20. Pointing, looking. Oh, a little wheel route for Gavin Harriseth. And that falls incomplete. Michael Ducard back there on coverage along with Kling and Ohado. As that will be an incomplete pass, the 18th pass of the night for Hansen, who's now 9 of 18 for 71 yards. And it looks like Central Mclean's going to have to punt it away. 4th and a mile, 4th and 20 to be exact. Clock stops momentarily here with 5:32 to play in the contest. And your B&C Bank scoreboard, Killdeer leading 32-6. Aiden Hansen's had 3 punts tonight, 36-36. Oh, and that one is blocked. That is blocked. And getting in there for the Cowboys was Aiden Binnick. A big special teams play. And let's get your Ryan Family Dealership replay. Pinnock with the punt block. It looked innocent enough, like this thing was going to get away, and there comes Bennig, with the big right paw, and he swats it down. Oh, I love that Ryan Family Dealership replay right there. You get a punt block here, setting up the Cowboys at the 28-yard line of Central Mclean. 3 to one side, that's the right side of Tucker Bombach. You'll hand it off to Jack Bombach, and he has a head of steam again, and he will get down to the 16. And that is 12 more before he's jackknifed down by Cannon Hunt. Jack Bombach now 165 yards of rushing. Little tunnel screen, Kling pinballs off of one man, and then he is wrestled down, scrummed down by a host of tacklers there, and that's actually going to be a loss on the play.
A swarm of Cougars there on the stop.
Yeah, it's going to be a loss of 1.
The loss of a couple brings up 2nd and 12.
We'll give him a loss of 2 there. In pursuit by that Cougar defense. Bombach's got time. Fires it over the middle. Good play. Good play there by Gavin Harriseth. He was looking for Kling right near the goal line. Incomplete.
That'll bring up a 3rd and long.
Tucker Bombach now 8 of 18 for 88 yards. But he's chucked a couple, 2-3 touchdowns. 3 touchdowns to be exact. And here we go. 3rd down and 12 from the 20. In the Serve Pro red zone is Killdeer again. Quick hitter near side. Jackson Reese grabbed onto immediately there by Jace Utley. And that's going to be about a 5-yard gain. Give him 5. Jackson Reese with his 4th grab of the night. And now it's 4th and 6. Again, those Cowboys look over, get the call from the offensive coordinator on a 4th down and 6 play. And is Killdeer going to call timeout here? Yep, I believe they are going to. Yep, indeed. Ask for and receive a First International Bank and Trust timeout. Killdeer threatening here with 3:39 left in the 3rd. And the Cowboys leading by 26.
This page isn't a history book, a time gone by. But even in this modern world, there are new frontiers to conquer. Whether you're tending the land to grow a better tomorrow or growing a business for new opportunities, the work you do powers the world. Exploring the frontier means stepping forward, shaping the future for yourself and for those around you. First International Bank and Trust, helping you live first, one step at a time.
Killdeer, their school district also includes towns of Dunn Center and Manning. Of course, Central Mclean, you're not familiar with that co-op. You got Underwood, Riverdale, Turtle Lake, McLean, Mercer, McCluskey. All those towns represented now by Central Mclean. Big 4th down and 6. Snap is back. Bombach has his man. Kling has got a 1st down. He is going to be cut down short of the goal line. But Bombach hits Kling for the necessary yardage. And what do we got? Oh, what are they going to... I'm going to try to stay out of the camera view this time. Oh, I see what happened. The referee, as Chase Kling got sidewinded out of bounds there, he clipped the ref. It's an even 100 yards passing now for Tucker Bomback. Chase Kling just grabbed his 5th pass of the night. And it'll be 1st and goal. Looks like the official is okay. And officially they're going to say the 7. Here we go. Jack Bomback standing beside Tucker Bomback, trips to the right. That's the short side. They'll hand it off. Jack Bomback, oh, and he is swarmed. Dane Hansen, first hat there for Central Mclean. No gain, maybe even a loss of a yard. Bomback went backwards. Still got 16 carries for 164 yards, does Jack Bomback. Done a lot of the heavy lifting tonight, but it's been his brother Tucker that's got the 5 TDs. Team looks over, gets the call. And it looks like Killdeer is now going into a little bit of more of the patient mode, leading by 26 here. They're in the Serve Pro red zone. 2nd down and goal. Tucker Bomback right down Broadway. Oh, he bounces off a tackle. Touchdown! Tucker Bomback just scored his 6th touchdown of the night. Yeah, let's get your Ryan Family Dealership replay. He scored that one from the 8-yard line. Wow, watch this push up front. Handy, Binnick, and the guys up front doing the job. Thormalin as the extra point knocked through by Ohado, and the Cowboys are cruising. Another touchdown for Tucker Bomback, and we break. A touchdown timeout. 2:09 to play, 3rd quarter. It's now Killdeer 39, Central Mclean 6.
Eight gallons of homemade ranch dressing every day, so you can smother your dinner salad with it, dip those crispy golden French fries in it, and dunk your breaded chicken strips. You can even cover your... Wait, no. You can't put ranch on steak. Or can you? Shots Crossroads. Don't forget the ranch.
Now these two teams will be playoff teams. They'll be in action next Saturday. But it looks like Killdeer is going to be the 1 seed, as there's a big kickoff as Larimer just kicked that thing into the end zone. As Central Mclean will take over at the 20. Tucker Bomback, 3 rushing touchdowns today and 3 passing touchdowns today. He's had some big games. Had some big games throughout the course of the season. Had a 5 TD earlier against Shiloh Christian. Of course, we've got 23 passing touchdowns coming into this one as Hayden Hansen's pass incomplete, looking for Utley. As Hansen just threw his 19th pass of the contest. But yeah, we mentioned these two teams will be in action. Of course, we still got games going on, so you can't quite set the bracket quite yet. But if Killdeer hangs on here, they're the 1 seed. Most likely they will be playing against Ray Powers Lake at home in the opening round. And you would potentially then have Dickinson Trinity hosting DLB. Central Mclean could have a date at Botno, and Southern Mclean could be at Velvet Drake Animus Garrison. And there's a completed pass. As Ty McKeef has another grab. That's going to be 9. 9-yard pickup. On the completed pass, Ty McKeef Got his third grab of the night. 25 yards receptions for him. And they did give Central Mclean. Now looks like it's 3rd and 1 as they're just going to sneak it ahead and pick up the necessary yardage for a first down. And we're under a minute to play here in the third. Going to be a running clock now for the remainder of the second half. It's a 30-point game here in the regular season. I got your ND score feed. A lot of games have gone final now. Grant County Flasher up big over Hettinger Scranton. Storm will be a playoff football team in 9-man. Oh, the 60-point over-under for the Bismarck Demons tonight hit the over. They win by 64. Oh, Jace Utley off his hands at midfield. As Hansen throwing it deep. That's going to go incomplete, and we've reached the end of our third quarter of play.
That'll do it for the end of the third quarter. Cowboys 39, Cougars 6.
And we'll come back with our fourth. Killdeer on top, 39-6 here on your BNC Bank scoreboard.
Nodak Insurance Company has been serving our state's residents in good times and challenging times. We come together for the greater good, from simple acts of kindness to company-wide efforts that make a difference in our community. It's who we are, rooted in North Dakota and ready to serve when it matters most. Nodak Insurance Company, agents with answers.
Darren Johnson, Cody Olson, and Scott Wilkins, your agents with answers in Mandan.
We want our dog to fetch it.
Drop it.
And drop it. We want to fix it ourselves. And actually fix it. We want to order the market price lobster. And know the market price of the lobster.
How much is... Whatever the market says.
Sadly, we can't have it all. Except at Sport Clips, where we check in with the pros in men's hair and totally check out with pure, uninterrupted relaxation. Sport Clips. It's a game changer.
Here we go, get going in the fourth quarter, 2nd and 10. Hansen stops in the pocket. Looking, tucking, running, evading, and now he's into the open field. And he will run for a first down. Give him 17 yards on the scramble for Aiden Hansen. Jack Bomback on the hit.
Just short of midfield, but that's enough for a Cougars first down.
Central Mclean has a first down. Yeah, senior night, not what Central Mclean was looking for tonight, but boy, Killdeer has played clean football this evening. Hansen firing deep. Oh, a nice sliding grab there by Jace Utley, but he can't hang on.
Pass intended for Utley, falls incomplete.
That was close. Hansen cut that one loose. And the one thing that Hansen's had he's had a lot of time tonight. He's had time to survey and pick up some open receivers, and now you got an injured Killdeer Cowboy down there. Take an injury timeout. 10:49 to play. Clock stops momentarily. Killdeer cruising here in Turtle Lake. 39-6 on your BNC National Bank scoreboard.
Plan or planning for farm or business succession. Planning Team Financial Advisors is here to help you work toward achieving your financial goals. With locations in Bismarck, Garrison, and Center, our full-service team of professionals are dedicated to helping you work towards achieving your financial goals. Visit us online, planningteam.com.
Securities offered through LPL Financial, member of FINRA and SIPC. Investment advisory services offered through New Edge Advisors, LLC, a registered investment advisor. New Edge Advisors, LLC, and Planning Team Financial Advisors are separate entities from LPL Financial.
Looks like the injured Killdeer Cowboy getting an assist off there is Phoenix Kendricks, senior. Backup defensive lineman. He's favoring that right leg. And let's get a chance to tell you that tonight's game brought to you by Bones Barbecue Sauce. Bottled and created right here in North Dakota. Premium barbecue sauce, perfect for anything from burgers to veggies to ribs. Find it today at your local grocery store. That's Cashwise, Marketplace, and Family Fare. Tonight's game also brought to you in part by the Aggie Foundation. You can vote for the PSP Network Performance of the Week. Player Performance of the Week, sponsored in part by the Aggie Foundation. Learn more about their charitable work at aggiefoundation.com. Nice game also brought to you in part by Minot State University. 96% of recent Minot State grads employed or continuing their education. Minot State grads get jobs, period. Nice game also brought to you in part by Taylor Schmidt Photography, proud partner of the PSP Network. Find Taylor Schmidt Photography on all social media platforms. 2nd down and 10. Checking on Hendricks here on the near sideline as Hansen is back to pass. Slight roll to his right, hits his tight end, Ty McKeef, and he's got 7. Looks like Jonas Rohrer on the stick. Hansen now 11 of 22. 87 yards passing. McKeef just grabbed his 4th ball of the night. He's got 32 yards receiving. And we can tell you tonight's game also brought to you by Planet Pizza. They got the best pizza on the planet. Try the Blue Buffalo or the plain cheese. Call them now. They deliver 701-852-1700 at Planet Pizza. Hansen's got trips to the left, 2 receivers to the right. 4-man rush. Now it breaks down. Hansen pumps left, fires over the middle. Let's play a little playground football here. Hits his man Cannon Hunt, who slips 1 tackle, but he can't get a first down. Completed pass, but it's only for a couple yards as Jackson Reese is on the stop. Larimer also in the vicinity over there for the white-shirted Killdeer Cowboys. Completed pass, but only for a couple yards. And it's 4th down. Central McLean's got to have it. Hansen back to pass again. He's going to tuck and run for a first down. And he slams his way down to the 32-yard line, and that's a 10-yard scramble. Hansen has just had to tuck it and run a few times tonight. As the clock continues to drip down, clock won't stop now as long as it's a 30-point ball game. Aiden Hansen with a 10-yard scramble and a new set of downs for Central McLean. He's back to pass. 5 guys in a route. He hits his man. As Ty McKeef again corrals that one, and he's pinned down at the 25-yard line. Give him 6. As Hansen's now approaching 100 yards passing. He's got 96 in the game on 12 of 24 throwing the football. He's back to throw it again. He hits McKeef again. McKeef turns into a battering ram, and he takes it down to the 20. And that's going to be a first down. Another gain of 6. Well, right now, Killdeer is just going a little prevent defense. They'll try to buckle that up now as Central McLean just kind of dinking and dunking it down the field here. And into the Serve Pro red zone goes Central McLean. 1st and 10, new set of downs. Trips to the right. 2 receivers left. Hansen looking left. Now scrambling left. And now darting out of bounds. And they're going to mark him out at about the 17. So just give him a short 3-yard gain. That's 16 carries now. 61 yards for Aiden Hansen. And remember, he lost 41 yards on 2 sacks. So he would be up over 100 yards had those sacks not happened. As we've reached the 7-minute mark to play in the contest, Central McLean in the Serve Pro red zone. 2nd down and 7. Hansen's got time. Now he has to scramble. Now he comes to the near sideline, throws it late, and that is picked off. Hansen is picked off. And it looked like Chase Kling. Nope. Hauling that interception in is Sage Hoots. He has the pick. And let's get your Ryan Family Dealership replay. Hansen just ran out of time again. And then didn't even see Hoots there, I don't think, as he stepped right in front and he has the pick. All right, you might get some new folks out here for Killdeer. Yeah, I think you're going to get a look at Coy Schleppenbach. As Central Mclean might run some other guys out here too. Is got a lot of seniors that rest those guys up, get them ready for playoff football because it's not going the Cougars' way tonight. Killdeer bringing out that second team offensive unit. Central Mclean will do the same. A First International Bank and Trust timeout on the field. Killdeer leads big here in our 4th quarter.
And invested wisely. Whether it's paying for a child's education, taking the family trip you've dreamed of, giving back to the community, or funding a confident retirement, we can help you reach your goals. We are passionate about helping you make smart decisions about your spending and saving so you can feel confident about the future while enjoying life today. Together, we can design a personalized plan that takes into account your short and long-term needs and wants, but is flexible enough to adjust as your life changes.
That guy came out of there with a burst. Coy Schleppenbach hands it off to Ohado. And Arian just carried it for a big gain. Has a first down and a gain of 11. Arian Ohado picks up 11. Yeah, so you get the freshman quarterback out there. Sophomore quarterback, I beg your pardon, Coy Schleppenbach. Ohado now splits out wide to the left. Schleppenbach, the running back beside him, gets the call. As carrying the football there for the Cowboys, the guy who just made the interception. Sage Hoots. And Hoots picks up 4. Reminder, we got volleyball action coming up next Tuesday, Capital City, Century and Legacy. Be sure to like and follow us on our social media platforms. Get that upcoming schedule. We'll start figuring out where the PSP Network will be going on Saturday for 9-man and Division A football playoffs. High snap. Schleppenbach hands it off, and Hoots is going to be tackled for a loss. Yeah, looks like Warner. Yeah. Sophomore defensive end, Royce Wardner with the TFL. Hoots with a loss of 2. Reminder, after the game, we'll have our planning team financial advisors, Shots Crossroads postgame show. Planning team financial advisors, helping clients work towards financial freedom, and Shots Crossroads, you can order online at shotscrossroads.com. Design run for Schleppenbach, and he's going to be close to a first down. Totes the rock out to the 31-yard line. And then give him 6. And on 4th and shorts, you don't really go for this, do you? Leading by 33 with under 4 minutes to play. Looks like Killdeer on 4th and 2 is going to go for it. Schleppenbach up the middle, has to bounce it outside, and I think he's got enough. Yep. He will pick up just enough. These are valuable reps for some of these young guys out here. See if we can get you a couple more numbers out there. As I see Grady Smith out there for the Cowboys. See Ohato also in there. Get Adam Yubara out there on that offensive line. Get Devin Vogley getting some action. Still got Tommy Schmidt out there. As Killdeer looks like they might just take a snap and take a knee. That's exactly what they did right there. Cowboys been impressive, man. They're going to run the table. This is a tough region of football. You got the likes of Shiloh Christian, who's been really good in the region. You got the likes of Beulah. You got the likes of Southern Mclean, Dickinson Trinity. Yeah, that's a tough region. Killdeer's going to run the table. They will finish as the number 1 seed. Central Mclean will be your 3 seed, and Dickinson Trinity will be your 2 seed. Southern Mclean will be the 4 seed out of A Division Region 4, as there's Schleppenbach taking another knee. And as we said, reminder, our planning team financial advisor, Shots Crossroads postgame show comes up next. Get a word with a couple of the Cowboy particulars. It'll be a good bus ride home tonight for Killdeer. As this second half clock has gone fast. That running clock provision is kicked in earnest. As Farstead Oil brings you tonight's game, proudly serving North Dakota, Montana, western Minnesota since 1938. For your DEF, mobile lubricant, and wholesale fuel needs contact Farstead Oil. Schleppenbach takes one more knee, and now it's 4th down. Run that clock down, take another knee most likely. Central Mclean might not even have to run a play. This thing's just going to go into the books. Yep, there's the snap. Schleppenbach takes a final knee. They'll turn it over on downs, and I don't even know if Central Mclean is going to run a play. Doesn't matter if they really want to run or not. Take a knee, take a shot. Get a new host of characters out there. Looks like Ethan Hansen going to take a snap. Yeah, Central Mclean is going to return the favor, take a knee, and yep, that's going to do it. Impressive effort tonight for the Killdeer Cowboys. And that will be a final score tonight on your BNC National Bank scoreboard. Killdeer 39, Central Mclean 6. And your planning team financial advisors, Shots Crossroads postgame comes up next here on the PSP Network. That's a final from Turtle Lake tonight.
Is proudly brought to you by sure to like and follow PSP Network on all social media platforms. PSP Network, it's game day.
Can you remember the last time you were certain that your bank had your back or would go the extra mile to give you the service and attention you need? Partnering with the right community bank can make all the difference. We like to think of a community bank as one that supports its local community. You need to know that whatever your financial future holds, your bank will be there to provide practical support. As a community bank, BNC National Bank will be there for whatever you need in the long haul. Reach out to our team today to learn more about how we're able to help you succeed. Member FDIC.
Our stylists are trained to understand the nuances of cutting men's hair. Less pomp, more adore, huh, Brittany?
Square face, wavy hair.
Mid-fade with a textured top. Finish it off with a hard part and taper that neckline, coach.
Cowlick, what's the move? It's not just all about hard work here.
Hit all. 7. Pressure. Points. Yeah.
It takes expertise to be a sport clip stylist.
Here?
That's the spot. Right there, huh?
Sport Clips, the pros in men's hair.
Whether you're looking for a full-service financial plan or planning for farm or business succession, Planning Team Financial Advisors is here to help you work toward achieving your financial goals. With locations in Bismarck, Garrison, and Center, our full-service team of professionals are dedicated to helping you work towards achieving your financial goals. Visit us online, planningteam.com.
Securities offered through LPL Financial, member of FinRun Civic. Investment advisory services offered through New Edge Advisors LLC, a registered investment advisor. New Edge Advisors LLC and Planning Team Financial Advisors are separate entities from LPL Financial.
At Shots Crossroads, we make 8 gallons of homemade ranch dressing every day, so you can smother your dinner salad with it, dip those crispy golden French fries in it, and dunk your breaded chicken strips. You can even cover your... Wait, no. You can't put ranch on steak.
Back in our Planning Advisor Shots Crossroads postgame show, Coach Cook, man, what a game. You come on the road. What'd you talk about the team right there in the huddle? I mean, impressive tonight for the Cowboys.
Yeah, I mean, we had to come out and we had something to prove defensively. We'd have had a couple of rough games there, and boy, those kids responded really well. I mean, their physicality was at another level tonight, and I couldn't be prouder of a group of kids. I mean, they played their tails off tonight.
Yeah, and Tucker's got 6 touchdowns tonight, but talk about Jack. I mean, he was a spark plug tonight, running the football between the tackles.
Yeah, Jack is just a smaller version of Tucker, and he doesn't get the ball in his hands every single time like Tucker does, but Jack's a threat. I mean, the kid is fast, he's tough as nails. He's averaging over 7 yards a carry, so and I'm sure it went up tonight. He's legit, and if you present a box where we can run into it, we have no problem handing it off to Jack.
And you guys now have the number 1 seed. You'll be at home through the playoffs. What's that do for the confidence of this football team, knowing that you're going to be at your home field for a couple more weeks here?
Yeah, I mean, it's a huge deal, right? Some of those drives, if you're not a 1 seed, you go a long ways in North Dakota. So our kids worked really hard for it. We talked about it a lot, and again, couldn't be prouder of them. It's a massive deal to be able to stay home.
Hey, congratulations. Great win tonight, Coach.
Thanks. I sure appreciate it.
All right, I'm going to bring in Tucker and Jack Baum back here in a second. We'll bring both these cats in here. On our Planning Team Financial Advisor Shots Crossroads postgame show. All right, let's start with Tucker here first. Hey, congratulations. What was the mindset for you guys coming in here tonight? A good team on the road. You guys look like you came with a chip on your shoulder tonight.
Yeah, both teams are fighting for the same thing, fighting for a region title. If we come in here and lose, it's a 3-way tie. If we come in here and win, we own it by ourselves. So I think coming in, we knew that, and we just had to come out firing right away.
How's this quarterback thing working out for you? I mean, you got to watch a pretty good one last year, and now you're up over 40-some touchdowns this year. So do you feel like you're fitting into this QB role?
Yeah, I've been in the system since sophomore year, kind of playing backup quarterback last couple of years, and Kale was a great quarterback, great mentor to learn from, and just the way he played.
What was working tonight offensively? I mean, you guys got going with the run game right away, going into the win, but then you kind of opened up and you got some things through the air as well.
Yeah, we were slow through the pass game early on, but just being able to run the ball and picking up yards through the ground was unbelievable. Line played excellent tonight, and wide receivers made plays when plays were needed to be made. So,
how fun is it to hand it off to Jack and watch him do his thing?
It's pretty cool playing with your brother in the backfield. Not everyone gets a chance to do that, and it's something really special.
All right. Hey, great game tonight, Tucker. Stick around and get a picture of you guys. All right, let's bring in Jack. All right, man.
Coach said you're just a smaller version of Tucker. That's a great compliment, right? I mean, everybody looks up to their older brother. But, hey, what was working? What were you seeing tonight? I mean, you got your number called quite a bit in the contest tonight and up over 150 yards rushing. What was working for you?
The line just played excellent tonight. This is one of their best games that they've had. They came to work last week and put in the time to set it up.
The one play I want to ask you about, you had a big sack, a 23-yard loss. The snap was over top of Aiden Hansen's head. What did you see on that play that allowed you to get in there and make a play like that?
It was a great call to start, and then coming off the edge, I see a mishap in the backfield and went straight after him. We had to keep him contained the whole time.
You mentioned the Hogs. I mean, the beef up there was paving some ways, and like Coach said, you got a light box. You're more than comfortable handing it off, running the football tonight, and those guys were paving the lane. Sometimes you weren't touched for 5-10 yards.
Yeah, it's awesome when you can do that, when you have an automatic first down because of the line. Everything from there is bonus. So,
how much confidence does this team have now going into the playoffs next week?
We have a lot of confidence. Still a lot of work to build on, and we're going to do that this next week and have a home playoff game here.
All right, well said, buddy. Great game tonight. Stick around, guys. We'll get you a picture here. That's our planning team financial advisor, Shots Crossroads postgame show. More after this break on the PSP Network.
Is proudly brought to you by PSP Network on all social media platforms. PSP Network, it's game day.
Can you remember the last time you were certain that your bank had your back or would go the extra mile to give you the service and attention you need? Partnering with the right community bank can make all the difference. We like to think of a community bank as one that supports its local community. You need to know that whatever your financial future holds, your bank will be there to provide practical support. As a community bank, BNC National Bank will be there for whatever you need in the long haul. Reach out to our team today to learn more about how we're able to help you succeed. Member FDIC.
Our stylists are trained to understand the nuances of cutting men's hair. Less pomp, more adore, huh, Brittany?
Square face wavy hair.
Mid-fade with a textured top. Finish it off with a hard part and taper that neckline, coach.
Cowlick, what's the move? It's not just all about hard work here.
Hit all. 7. Pressure. Points. Yeah.
It takes expertise to be a sport clip stylist.
Here?
That's a spot. Right there, huh?
Sport Clips, the pros in men's hair.
Whether you're looking for a full-service financial plan or planning for farm or business succession, Planning Team Financial Advisors is here to help you work toward achieving your financial goals. With locations in Bismarck, Garrison, and Center, our full-service team of professionals are dedicated to helping you work towards achieving your financial goals. Visit us online, planningteam.com.
Securities offered through LPL Financial, member of FINRA Civic. Investment advisory services offered through New Edge Advisors, LLC, a registered investment advisor. New Edge Advisors, LLC, and Planning Team Financial Advisors are separate entities from LPL Financial.
At Shots Crossroads, we make 8 gallons of homemade ranch dressing every day, so you can smother your dinner salad with it, dip those crispy golden French fries in it, and dunk your breaded chicken strips. You can even cover your... Wait, no. You can't put ranch on steak, or can you? Shots Crossroads. Don't forget the ranch.
Is proudly brought to you by social media platforms. PSP Network, it's game day.
That your bank had your back or would go the extra mile to give you the service and attention you need. Partnering with the right community bank can make all the difference. We like to think of a community bank as one that supports its local community. You need to know that whatever your financial future holds, your bank will be there to provide practical support. As a community bank, BNC National Bank will be there for whatever you need in the long haul. Reach out to our team today to learn more about how we're able to help you succeed. Member FDIC.
You've worked hard, saved well, and invested wisely. Whether it's paying for a child's education, taking the family trip.
Back on our Planning Team Financial Advisor Shots Crossroads postgame show. Killdeer impressive, undefeated in the conference. They'll take a 8-1 record as the number 1 seed into the playoffs that would start next Saturday for Division A football here in North Dakota. Killdeer wins this one 39-6 over Central Mclean tonight on senior night for the Cougars this evening. Planning Team Financial Advisors, if you're looking for a full-service financial planner planning for farm or business succession, Planning Team Financial Advisors here to help you work towards achieving your financial goals. Visit them online at planningteam.com. And Shots Crossroads gets filled up in their delicious menu that includes the famous 99. Order online at shotscrossroads.com. Team buses are always welcome. Central Mclean was down 25-0 at halftime. Got a touchdown from Aiden Hansen, 1-yarder to start the third quarter. But Killdeer answers with 2 more TDs from Tucker Bomback tonight. As he finishes with 6 of them, 3 rushing, 3 passing tonight, and Jack Bomback up over 160 yards. Heard from both those guys, well-spoken young men tonight for the Cowboys. All right, here's your final game numbers as we'll roll some post-game highlights here. As always, brought to you by Ryan Family Dealership. As your team numbers look like this. Central Mclean has 70 yards rushing and 102 yards passing, 192 yards of offense tonight for the Cougars. And Killdeer has 33 rushes for 263 yards of rushing tonight and 100 yards passing, so 363 total offense tonight for the Killdeer Cowboys. Aiden Hansen leads the way for Central Mclean, rushes for 61 yards, passes for 102, and Central Mclean had a punt block tonight, and they were picked off once, and they fumbled once. So turned it over twice. They were penalized a few times. It was a clean game penalty-wise, but turnover bug hit them, and just Killdeer, just the better squad tonight. Killdeer tonight led by the Bomback squared crew. Jack Bomback, 16 carries for 164 yards. Tucker Bomback has 12 carries for 75 yards, 3 touchdowns rushing, 3 touchdowns throwing as well for Tucker Bomback tonight. 10 of 19 for an even 100 yards. Favorite receivers, Chase Kling has 5 grabs and a touchdown. Jackson Reese, 4 catches and a touchdown. And Tommy Schmidt, 1 grab for 6. Killdeer was intercepted once tonight, and they were penalized just a few times. There's your final game numbers. Again, brought to you by Ryan Family Dealership. Those replays and a highlight package, and your numbers again brought to you by Planning Team Financial Advisors and Shots Crossroads. All right, a couple things for us to do here in our Planning Team Financial Advisor Shots Crossroads postgame show. Let's give you our Spas Etc. move of the game tonight. Spas Etc. in the capital city brings you this move of the game. They're looking for a spa, a hot tub, sauna, maybe a game for your rec room. You can find that all at Spas Etc. Yeah, the move of the game tonight. Hey, we mentioned this this touchdown throw in the first half to none other than Tommy Schmidt. Bomback just throws a dart. That was a nice grab. Contested catch, and then put on the burners and make it a 3-touchdown game late in the first half. There's your Spas Etc. move of the game tonight. Just had 1 catch, but yeah, Tommy Schmidt made it pay tonight. As there's your Spas Etc. move of the contest. All right, remember to like and follow us on our social media platforms of Facebook, Twitter, and X. You got postseason football coming next Saturday, 9-man and single A. It'll be brought to you on PSP Plus. And, of course, got our whole host of regular season games closing out next week. Got volleyball on Tuesday, football Friday night. Next Friday in the capital city, Bismarck High and Century for the #1 seed in the West and the WDA championship. That'll be a good one. Be sure to check out those schedules and follow us and subscribe to our YouTube channel as well to find out the latest games and activities and where we'll be going next here on the PSP Network. All right, fans, last thing for us, it's our MVP of the contest brought to you by Sport Clips. To keep you looking your best, check in online with the hairstylist today at sportclips.com. Hey, man, Jack Bomback was awesome tonight. 16 carries for 164 yards, and he played a whale of a game defensively as well. Yeah, it's hard to you have a game like that, and you get one up by your brother who has 6 touchdowns and 175 yards of total offense. So, yeah, I picked one of these highlights here for Tucker Bomback. Might be the last touchdown of the game, as a matter of fact, as he slams it in, got behind that big offensive line that played well tonight, and leaned that football up over the goal line. And there's the 6th touchdown of the night tonight for your game MVP, a little brotherly love tonight. Jack and Tucker Bomback, your co-MVPs. There's a TD. Look at there's Jack in there throwing his head in there and blocking away at 159 pounds as a sophomore. So, yeah, congratulations. There's your MVPs of the contest, the senior Tucker and the sophomore Jack. The Bombacks played a whale of a contest tonight. Get that MVP haircut experience at Sport Clips. All right, fans, that'll do it. Big thanks to all those in-game sponsors, including Planning Team Financial Advisors and Shots Crossroads for bringing our post-game show, including that Sport Clips MVP of the contest and your Spas, etc. move of the game. Tip of the cap. Thanks to Coach Singer, Schlafman, the AD up here in Turtle Lake, for rolling out the red carpet and making us sure feel welcome here in the Crow's Nest in the good city of Turtle Lake. All right, fans, that'll do it. Great job by our camera operator, producer tonight, Aaron Wald. Todd Dahmer is repeating your final score. It's the Killdeer Cowboys. They're your 1 seed from Region 4 in A football. They're going home happy tonight with a convincing 39-6 victory over Central Mclean. That's a wrap, and good night from Turtle Lake.
Make sure to like and follow PSP Network on all social media platforms. PSP Network.